hello, and welcome to the next round of the Europa League ties. We've got some great games. We've got AC Milan versus Manchester United, Rangers versus Slavia Prague, which is going to be a very, very personal game for me. And we've got Young Boys versus Ajax, also 3-0 to Ajax stands. And we've also got Villarreal Kiev. We'll get some proper in-person coverage. I mean, Kieran L is going to try and do both. We've also got a very special game that's gone into extra time, which is that Zagreb-Tottenham game. So we do have Adam with us for this late night stream. So it's going to be very interesting to see what does happen there. We'll have all the updates with that. First of all, joined by my co-host for this evening. KD, how are you, pal?
Hello.
Good?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm excited to watch some football. And I mean, Thursday nights are our thing out their own. It's always me and you.
We love a Thursday night. God. But we'll go through the lineups. So I know Josh did give a quick run through, but have you got your lineups currently up, Kitty?
Do you know what? Yes, I have. I've come prepared. Right. So yeah, it's a very different looking team for AC Milan this time, of course. They played very well when they came to Manchester last week. So they've got Donnarumma in net, Kalulu, who came on in the second half of that 1-1 draw against Manchester United last week. Simon Kieran and Fekir tomorrow keep their places in the middle. Theo Hernandez comes in for Diogo Dalot playing left back. Miete and Kessie keeping that double pivot behind Calhanoglu, who comes back in. Krunic and Samu Castillejo in behind Salimakers, who plays up front. Man United matching it with a 4-2-3-1 of their own. Dean Henderson in net keeps his place. David De Gea is on the bench. Aaron Bissaka, Lindelof, Maguire and Luke Shaw comes in for Alex Telles. Fred and McTominay sit in the double pivot in midfield. Paul Pogba is on the bench. And Daniel James, Bruno Fernandes and Greenwood in behind Marcus Rashford. For the bench for the two sides, we've got Tatarusanu, Benassa, Diego Dallo on loan from Manchester United is eligible to play, as we saw last week. Sandro Tonali, Zlatan Ibrahimovic is on the bench for AC Milan. Brahim Diaz, Ricardo Tonin, Matteo Gabbia and Antonio Donnarumma. For Manchester United, the bench, as I said, David De Gea and Paul Pogba on the bench. Lee Grant, Amad Diallo, who scored the goal last week. Alex Telles, who dropped out for Luke Shaw. Nemanja Matic, Brandon Williams, Donny van der Beek is back from injury as well. And Axel Tuanzebe. 1-1. It's all in the tie. Game on, Rowan.
It is. What's your predictions? Go on.
2-0 Man United.
2-0 Man United. That will be KD covering that game. Then we'll go to Villarreal. Daniel, okay, that will be Josh very soon. So we'll get Josh in for the lineups.
Yeah, we've got an interesting game with this one, I think. Villarreal 2-0 up on aggregate against Kiev. I thought Kiev played at times quite good in that game last week, but just didn't get a goal in the end. You can see on the screen right now, I think 4-3-3 today for Villarreal. Asenjo's in goal, back four of Alfonso Pedraza, Funes Mori, Val Albiol and Juan Foyth. Midfield three, Dani Parejo, Etienne Capoue and Manu Chiligados. And then up top, Gerard Moreno, who played fantastically well last week. He's on the left wing. Samuel Chukwueze is on the right. And then Europa League legend Carlos Bacca is up top tonight. I've got a feeling he's going to bag because he loves this competition. And then 4-2-3-1 for Kiev. Bushan's in goal. Back four of Mikolenko, Shirotar Zabani and Kajiora. Defensive midfield two, Andrzejewski and Sidorchuk. Shigankov, who was the best player for them last week, is on the right. Carlos Depenny's on the left with Bialski in the middle. And Gary Rodriguez up top, who I know KL likes. He's hoping he has a good performance today.
I mean, hopefully we do get a good game. There we go. As we move out, hopefully you do get a good game. So you'll have the proper coverage in 45 minutes, half an hour. Maybe you might have you for the second half. Thank you very much, Josh. We'll bring in Kieran for the Young Boys Ajax teams. Talk us through him, Kieran.
Yeah, it's the same 4-4-2 from last week. Young Boys, it's fair to say if they had a mountain to climb, it's well and truly Everest at this point. It's five were in a back four of Hefty, Kamara, Lustenberger and Lefort. Midfield four of Fashnak, Laupert, Sierro and Suleimani, and a front two of Eliran and Same. And it's your typical 4-3-3 for Ajax. Martin Stecklenburg in goal. Wrench, Alvarez, Martinez, Tagliafico. Midfield three, David Blind, David Klaassen and Ryan Gravenberch. And the front three that caused all sorts of problems last week. Neres, Anthony, who can't hit a barn door, and Dusan Tadic.
Hopefully getting score predictions, Kieran.
Why not? 3-0 Young Boys, bit of extra time.
Oh, okay. Go on. Fingers crossed. Thank you very much, Kieran. And Josh, predictions?
I'm going to go 2-1 for this game. I think 2-1 Villarreal. I think Kiev will get a goal in the game, but it'll be too much for him.
Okay, thank you very much, Josh. I mean, don't forget, we do have that Tottenham game. Obviously, it's gone to extra time. Winval's just in the match. The match is just about to kick off. That Tottenham game is in extra time as it stands. We could have penalties with Adam. We'll read through the comments before I do the Slavia lineup as my game does kick off. Winval said, if Spurs lose to Zagreb, then I will laugh, me too, and I'm a Spurs fan. could be very embarrassing for Tournament. Crested High Labs over saying with Kyle. I'm good, and I think KD is the same. And there's already fireworks going off outside our stadium here today at the Ibrox. So it's going to be a tasty game. I'm guessing it's the Rangers fans. It's of course the Rangers fans.
What a great venue to have a Europa League tie-up.
When that says, you hope United don't get COVID since they're in Italy and Inter got COVID. Fingers crossed, I suppose. Chris, Tottenham don't go through this. Safe to say, if I speak, I'm in trouble. Dad says, even Rowan and Kieran, how are you both? Very good, thank Chris. We all need to get used to Josh not hosting these tab watch-alongs. You know, when me and KD are hosting, it's not going to be the same fluidity that Josh does in. You see, you don't even get real words. As the ball goes into the box, Morelos takes a shot. It's still not cleared. Deli gets it half out. Barisic has slipped over. He looks like an idiot. It's on the win with Ryan Kent. Rangers have looked feisty in this opening minute. As Ryan Kent does really well to get past bar. Ball comes across. Deli gets a foot to it. And Slavia are not getting a clear chance in the AC Milan game.
Well, with 32 seconds into this game, and United had a decent chance down the right-hand side. It was a ball whipped in low by Daniel James. Had no real power on it. Went straight past everyone. And I mean, maybe if Greenwood was a little bit more sharper in there, he would have had a tap in. But very promising starts from Man United. McTominay on the ball now takes it past Calhanoglu. Heavy touch though, and Frank Kessie takes it off him.
I'm so glad you get to watch the benchmark again.
He was fantastic last week. However, he's up against the benchmarking Fred as well.
McFred. We've got Kyle said, Man United play better than last game. Don't see them winning. Good cross in the box. Deli clears. And it's going to be given as a handball. Don't see them winning 1-0 draw. Milan win on penalties. We want a penalty shootout. We could get one.
Do you know what? Today, though, I'm very confident. I don't know why. I just woke up feeling like we're going to win this game, but I'll be back down to earth when we've lost.
And Daz done his predictions: 2-1 United, 1-0 Villarreal, 3-0 Ajax.
Yeah.
Slavia don't exist. And wins. I hope this United game doesn't go to penalties because I'm watching Tottenham game. Once that game finishes, I'll watch both Rangers.
I can't do a penalty shootout, Rowan. I will.
It is sharp. I mean, I haven't talked through my lineups in Rangers. It's Alan McGregor in net, and then it's Patterson, Balogun, Goldson, and Barisic. Arfield, Davies, Kamara, then Kent, Morelos, and Aribo on the wing. On the bench, they've got a long bench tonight. It's in the box, squared across, goal! And Balogun has nearly just put it to his own net. It was a lovely driven ball along the floor. It's won back in the midfield by Provod. As Stanchu just drills it across, seam is lurking, and Balogun has to put it over his thing, but it could have easily pulled that into the back of his own net. But on the bench, it's Bassett, Helander, Hadja, Itten, Zungu, Wright, Stewart, Ruth, Simpson, McLaughlin, and Thompson King. So a long bench for Rangers. And then for Slavia, it's Ondrej Kolar in net, the Czech goalkeeper. Amazing goalkeeper. Kudela, Deli, and Borrell's a back three. And then Seema, Bar on the midfield. I think that will switch to a back 4 points as the corner does come in. Headed away and it'll be cleared away by Rangers. And then Stanchu, Hormoder, and Dawley is a midfield 3. Then Provod and Peter Olyinka up front. Good Peter. It's his time to shine, it really is. And on the bench, not as many players, only 8 players, I think. Holesh, Techel, Kuchka, obviously the top goal scorer for Slavia, along with Seema. Mashapush, Kova, the other goalkeeper. Linga Wagner. Then Denis Vizinski, the 17-year-old. Now, if you look on the website, sports-corner.com, you see I did a little preview. I have that Denis Vizinski scores the winner. So it's his moment. It's his moment to shine. He's surely going to use the momentum of the 10-3 cup win. So, yeah, hopefully we get a good game. I mean, all around. We've obviously got Adam's game, the Tottenham's aggregate game, in extra time. So it's Slavia playing a bit of a different sort of strategy. Normally it is a flat back 4 of Bar, Borrell, Kudela, and it's normally Zima, but I think Zima's out with the on suspension. So obviously Simon Deli comes in from obviously on loan from Club Brugge, the former Slavia man, back at the club again. But so it's Borrell playing as in the back 3. So I would expect that in a defensive situation, Bar comes and sits back at the right back, and Stanchu on the right, Zima sticks on the left. But
I think what's good for Slavia is they only need the 1 goal. Like regardless if Rangers score first. The first goal is not that important in this game because even if Rangers were to get that first goal, Slavia, they're still within 1 of levelling the tie up.
It's that away goal. It's the away goal that matters, and it was the same when they played Leicester in terms of when that first one in, it was like, okay, that's in the nerve cooler. You get the away goal. This one is get the away goal, then you don't have to worry about conceding an away goal. You've got yours. Just worry about scoring and not conceding. It's very simple. That's Rowan. What do you think about Jude Bellingham in the England squad? I think well done to him. I think he 100% deserves it. He's been, when he's played for Dortmund, he's sometimes been their best player, the second best player on the pitch. Him and Delaney seemingly have a connection. I don't think he will play many games for England in them 3 friendlies. I think he might get maybe 1 full game and then maybe a 20-minute appearance, as Alfredo Morelos can't get it under his feet. But I'm glad that it's been called up. I think it's deserved. I mean, we can have a look at the England side that called up, because not a surprising omission, but definitely some players, no Liverpool players.
We had a talk about this earlier, me and you. I think he's massively bottled it with a few players, and he's gone with the players that he thinks are. It just seems like to me he's gone with his players that got him to that World Cup 2018 semi-final. But I think we're past playing Kieran Trippier when he's not played for 3 monmonths.
I know.
We're past playing Kyle Walker, who doesn't even feature for City much these days.
Yeah, I know Trippier played yesterday, but the thing is, we've got fullback depth. I'm not a big fan of Calvin Phillips being called up. I don't know who you would call up instead, but I think it's easy games in it at the end of the day. It is really easy games. It is. All 3 of them should be winnable games. Also, Dean Henderson, Sam Johnson, and Nick Pope. We obviously talked about that third goalkeeper spot with Pickford out with injury. It goes to Sam Johnson.
The thing is, there's a lot of players in there. Sorry to cut you off. There's a lot of players in there which I'm happy that he's called up. The likes of James Ward-Prowse, and I like calling up Ollie Watkins, but I'm in the band of Patrick Bamford probably deserved it a little bit more than Ollie Watkins at this moment in time. But I mean, fair play to Ollie Watkins, and James Ward-Prowse has been fantastic for Southampton all season. Even though they're seemingly struggling now, they've done well. But I just can't get over the Kieran Trippier call up and not taking Trent. I'm not being funny. Trent's not been awful for Liverpool this season. He's been better than Kyle Walker's been for Man City.
Yeah, I think another one else. I'll bring it up because I know you probably want it. Wan-Bissaka has been great for Manchester United and not being called up as well. I know they might be worried that he's called up too many Manchester United defenders, but it's only 2 with Maguire and Shaw, I think.
We haven't talked about Luke Shaw either. Fair play to Luke Shaw. He's been fantastic as well.
I mean, I was going to talk. So the defence is Chilwell, Cody, Dyer, James, Maguire, Mings, Shaw, Stones, Trippier, and Walker. So that Trippier call up the Walker one. Everyone else, I think, is okay. Eric Dyer a bit shaky,
definitely. Eric Dyer.
But I'm going to cut you off. I'm going to cut you off. There's been a goal in that Tottenham Zagreb game in extra time. Adam, who is it gone to?
Zagreb have scored.
Oh my
god!
Orsic.
Oh no! UCL Motta Orsic.
That's crazy. Honestly, I can't believe it. That's crazy. But it's been all Spurs all game pretty much, and they've had 3 chances, or maybe a few more of Zagreb, and they've scored every single one. Orsic has been amazing today.
Jesus Christ! I mean, what a shock on the cards. I think nobody expected Tottenham 2-0 up.
I can't believe Bernardo called it earlier as well.
He really did.
He literally just called it.
Miroslav's Orsic masterclass. I mean, thank you, Adam. We hopefully might come back to either an equaliser or, an equaliser or some. Hopefully we're coming back to you, Adam. Hopefully we'll do. Thank you very much. Just something. Thank you very much there.
Yeah, Spurs, of course, they're only 1 goal away from going through, even though they are 3-0 down at the moment.
And as Josh has rightly said, man of the match, Miroslav Orsic in FIFA. So if you are a FIFA player, look forward to that. That's a good ball in. Back post. Seamer can't get to it. It wasn't actually that good a ball. It was already going out of play by Stanchu, who he's going to be key. He's going to be key for this Slavia team. I'll read a couple of comments I've made. Chris says, save Slavia, 2 away goals should do the job for him, but it's never easy to get 2 away goals. I can see Slavia causing another huge upset. It was very interesting to see what Matchapus said in his conference when he went in the press conference. He just went, "We'll sit back. We don't care. We'll soak up the pressure and we'll hit them on the counter." It seems like this team, they come on the game with a don't care attitude, and not in the terms of they don't care about the game, but it's they'll come at us. We'll probably stop.
I don't think it's necessarily that. I think it's the fact that the pressure is all on no disrespect to Slavia Prague, they are the underdogs in whatever game they go into. They were massive
100%.
Underdogs in the group. They had a very tough group. Absolutely blew it out of the park. They impressed a lot of people. And I mean, I think Leicester showed them a little bit of a lack of respect, to be fair, in those 2 games, of course, and they got punished for it. I mean, now people need to start, like, you know, taking notice of them. Sorry, there was ball into the box by Bruno Fernandes, but it's going to go out for play for a goal kick. But yeah, people just need to start taking notice of them, because they are a dark horse in the competition.
They're a really good side at the end of the day. Obviously, there's going to be a bit of bias, but yeah, I think Rangers have respected them a lot more in terms of I don't know. I feel like the way they're playing is Leicester came into the game. I think obviously you can't talk about the fans. The fans are always going to say our team are the better side, but I feel like Leicester came in, and even with their injuries, I think they were so confident of winning that when Slavia got them 2 goals, it sort of was like, we have majorly fucked up here. And then they just didn't give themselves enough time to get back into the game. I think for Rangers, if they can contain Slavia for the first half, maybe even the first 20 minutes, I don't see Slavia scoring late on after that. I would obviously hope they will, but I don't really see them scoring late on. But 1-1 as it stands, it's just, I think the nerves will be calmed once they get an away goal, or if they do get an away goal. I also love the switch of play by Dele, and it's cut out really well by Kamara. Ken, good block by, and that's Hormoda, the CDM. He's got a lot of men up to his left. And again, good defending from Kamara.
Well done, James. It's a decent ball into the box. Good defending by Simon Kjaer. Decent start to this game from both sides, I'm not going to lie.
Simon Dele, obviously, doesn't play.
Mason Greenwood. Dancing, good tackle by, I think it was Miete in there, who's been fantastic for AC Milan this season.
Yeah, I mean, I was going to say, sorry, Simon Dele doesn't play many games for Slavia when he came on loan. But he played the week, midweek, last weekend, and had a good job. And he's come into this game. And you clearly tell what the manager's told him is, if you get the ball under his feet, who fit long to Bar or Seema? Because they will win the ball. And it's actually worked. It might do it again. It works so much of the time. It's normally targeted Bar on the right, but as soon as Bar's got it, he's challenged Barisic, and so is Seema. And this game is going to be really interesting to who gets that first goal. Because if Rangers get the first goal, they're really going to set the wheels in motion. It's a good long ball over the top. Seema will chase. Seema's done really well to win it. Seema's got past the end. That's a great recovery challenge.
Luke Shaw in the box. Pulls it back for Fernandes. Oh, over the top.
What? I mean, the referee's just given a foul. Come to your chance a second. Seema gets in behind Balogun. Chests the ball. Still nowhere near it. Balogun's gone to clear it out, and it's been given as a foul. But Jesus. And it's going to be your chance.
Yeah, massive chance, to be fair. It's Luke Shaw again. Fantastic play between him and I think it was Mason Greenwood. Did a 1-2. Luke Shaw inside the box, left-hand side of the penalty area. Pulls it back. Fernandes on the edge. Skies it over the top. But Man United have definitely been the better side in the opening 12 minutes. And just need to get some more shots on goal. More. They just need to get a goal. It'd be nice, to be fair, Rowan.
Score a goal, but there has been. All right, okay, sorry. We'll wait and see. I think there might be a goal in the game. We'll wait and see. Has there been a goal?
There's a goal. I never saw it coming.
It's in! Oh, yes, it's Peter Olienka!
Oh, no.
Yes! No, it's done it! Oh, I didn't even see the goal. I was too distracted. Kieran, talk about Villarreal.
What was your goal?
Oh, Josh. Hello, Josh. No, it was a ball on the right-hand side that was whipped in. I'll be honest, I'm trying to watch 2 games at once, so I didn't quite catch the whole move. But it's a lovely cross into the box. And Gerard Moreno, the man who Josh said was the danger man throughout the whole of the first leg, heads it home. And that tie is basically finished now. And I'm going to leave so Rowan can continue to celebrate to himself about Olienka's goal.
Thank you so much, KL.
Oh, Rowan. It's happened.
It was Simon Dele wins it back in the midfield, plays it through to Borrell, puts a lovely ball in, and that is all Peter Olienka. Lovely curling ball. Olienka jumps up. I think it was Patterson to the ball. He flicks it on. McGregor, I think McGregor could save that. Completely caught ball watching. And Olienka heads into the back of the net. Slavia have got the away goal. They are winning. They're currently going through. And Peter Olienka has scored. The prophecy has been completed.
It's just poetic justice, isn't it? Kessie has a shot from the edge of the area. It's good save by Dinnerson. Poetic justice, really, isn't it, Rowan? You're getting what you deserve here, mate. Well done. I'm proud of you. I know Ollie has scored, but I'm proud of you.
Oh, I'm so proud of him. I'm so proud of him. He deserves it. I think that's his first goal in the Europa League as well. He had a couple. No, he scored in the against Leverkusen. Josh just says it's going to be a long 60 minutes now in his game. Obviously, that Villa game. I mean, Rangers are coming again. Kent outside the box. Good save by Ondrej Kolar. It was swiveling by Kent. Good stop from the keeper.
It sounds like your game's got off to quite a fast start.
My celebrations could have been... Oh, it was Kudela loses him. Kent uses his pace. Puts a lovely shot. Kolar does well to get down to it. And he'll go out for a corner.
Josh has got a chance. Kale's got a chance in his game.
There's been a chance for KL's game. There you go. Which game is it though, Kale?
It's the Young Boys game, because I've got the commentary of the Villarreal game while watching the Young Boys game, which is very confusing when the whistle gets blown. But it was a great ball into the box. No one quite connected with the header. The rebound fell to Insame, who just has to slot it either corner, but Alvarez on the line clears it with his knee and does very well. Young Boys, they need a goal very soon to have a chance in this game, but they've started well from what I have seen.
Do you think Young Boys could come back into it?
No, but I'm gonna err on the side of belief. So yes.
Well, hopefully, because what a game that would be if they come back. Thank you very much, Kieran. By the way, all the Slavia players there surrounding Alfredo Morelos. It's in the corner, and Morelos is nowhere near the ball. Hormoda's going to run to clear it, and Morelos just sticks his foot out, then goes down diving in the box. Slavia players are not having it. Azaribo's done really well. Tries to play through Morelos. Good block by Dele. Great block. It's now... God, this is a great battle. Davis' stand-to now. And it's cleared away by Slavia. That was solid defending from the Czech side. And that's a lovely counter-attacking move. And Oli Inca's been cropped down as well. It was Thomas Hormoda on the counter-attack. Just takes the ball out from a lovely Yamboro pass. He's cropped in the midfield by Scott Arfield. Oh, no, it wasn't Arfield. I think that was Conor Golson, I think. No, Balogun, sorry. Balogun just crops him down. And then there's another foul on, but it goes back to the Balogun foul and be a free kick at the halfway line. I mean, as it stands, the games, nearly all of them have got goals. We just need Milan, Man United, Young Boys Ajax, and obviously, because I've got this, we can't forget there's another game going at Zagreb, Tottenham. Tottenham could be going out in embarrassing style. An Orsic hat trick could seal the fate for Tottenham.
Yeah, I don't think many people would have expected Dynamo Zagreb to have come back from that 2-0 deficit, of course. Tottenham have looked very good in the Europa League as well, and I just don't know what's happened. They've just fallen flat on their faces today.
Yeah, I mean, they really collapsed. They've really collapsed. Jim said, how on earth have Spurs fucked this like? Being shit and Orsic being great, I suppose. And then Windval says, I like Celtic, so I want Rangers to lose. So do I, Windval, so do I. And not for the reasons you. It's just Slavia, they're incredible. That goal just means... Thing is, it comes so early on in the game. It came out of nowhere as well. It's just simple football in the midfield, and Delhi just really well to push it.
The thing is, they've done what they needed to do. They needed to score. They've come there and they've scored. They've put the marker down, to be fair, for Rangers.
They really have. I mean, I tell you though, it has been all Rangers. They've enjoyed a lot of the possession.
Oh, what a pass by Harry Maguire. Luke Shaw in the box tries to pull it back. It's a good block. But I think it was Kalulu. It's going to be a corner to Man United. But what a pass from Harry Maguire, literally cross field from inside his own half to Luke Shaw, who's in the final third. Lovely run by Luke Shaw. Great defending by Kalulu, though. I don't think anybody was really in the box anyway.
I mean, I for your sake, Kieran, I hope you score a goal, but I really want that game to go to penalties. There's something about it.
Can't do penalties, man.
I mean, Reece just said Spurs are ball jobs. I want to cry.
I'm biting my nails already, Rowan. I can't do penalties already.
Jeff said, I'm just saying, right, if Luton were in the Europa League, Elliot Adebayo would fuck up everyone's defence. In fairness, I could say the same for Dylan Bahambuli. Josh could say the same for Freddie Ladapo. Kieran could say the same for JM9.
Flan? My dad is a Luton fan.
Your dad is a flan.
My dad is a Luton fan.
Is it? A loyal Luton fan. That's two Luton fans now.
He's a Man United fan, but he's from Luton, so of course he follows Luton.
Support your local. Like we all do. In fairness,
yes.
Josh is the only one in it. Yeah, Josh is the only one who spots his local.
Yeah.
I mean, Slavia got a free kick in midfield with Stanchu. He's been so key in this Europa League.
Outside the box. Taking on Frank Kessie. Gets to the box, shoots. It's blocked. Good block by Kessie. Still with Rashford, edge of the box, though. He's going to be taken down. And AC Milan come on the counter now. The referee tells Rashford to get up. It's a 4-on-4. Castillejo on the left. Sorry, no worries. Castillejo has to go backwards, I think. Yeah, going to have to go backwards.
It was me laughing at Connor Goldson. Because Olayinka pushes in. Goldson goes to clear and he just kicks it out for a corner. It was an awful clearance. And it's going to be another corner for Slavia here. Oh, come on, bag this in. Pull them to up. I think Provod's going to cross it in. By the way, on Google it says Provod's playing at striker. I don't understand. I don't think that's right. I feel like it's not. It could be. Corner comes in.
Well, they're speeding off here. Daniel James. Daniel James into the box. That's a penalty. Surely that's a penalty. Well, I don't know if it is a penalty. The ref just told Daniel James to get back up. It's either a brilliant tackle by Tamari, or a fantastic, or it's either a great tackle by Tamari or an awful challenge by it's either a great tackle or an awful tackle. That's what I'm trying. Thank you.
Well, wait and see. We have had a goal though. Kieran, which game?
It's. Do you know what? It wouldn't be right if both my games weren't dead within 15 minutes. Ajax have scored, which means young boys need 5 to get back into this game. Dusan Tadic went to square it past the goalkeeper to David Neres. It took a slight deflection on the way through to Neres, but it was basically an open net as he placed it past the substitute goalkeeper. It was a cheeky sweaty. Yeah, both ties are over now, so that's fun.
5 goals from young boys. We see it. They can't even get 4, can they? Oh, bless them.
Do you know what? I think that might be a penalty. Sorry.
Thank you very much, Kale.
I've completely cut him off there. Winval, please don't put that there's been a goal in a game, but don't say who. Just don't put it out at all. Just let us react to it, then react to the goal after.
I do like you said there is a goal in a game, but I'm not saying who. Use your imaginations. Oh God. Kira's just said, "Can he just leave?" No, you have to stay for the entire game. Trust me, we've sat through some awful games, haven't we?
Yeah.
All of us have probably nearly done that. There's going to be a free kick for Rangers here. Just outside the box. It was going to be whipped in. I think that's Barisic who sent it over it. Barisic, I think Davis. So see where this goes. But penalty in your game?
No, it's not been given.
No, well, I mean, Carl said James should have played your man in open space, effing useless.
I don't agree with that. I think it should have been a penalty.
Kolar's gone down there, holding his back of his head. It was a good cross in from the free kick. And that's Connor Goldson who's just running to the back of him. I don't think he's even looking at the ball. Oh, he's got his hands on Kolar. Could be a sec. Connor Goldson, I can't tell if this is a foul or not. He runs and jumps into him. He clatters into him, which is thingy, but I don't think Goldson. I think Kolar's still down. I think he will definitely carry on. I think he's just a bit stunned.
That was a massive chance for AC Milan. Theo Hernandez into the box. He's going all the way. Brilliant tackle. Harry Maguire. He's going to go out and play for a corner, but Theo Hernandez from inside his own half ran through the Man United squad, got into the box, but Harry Maguire made a really good tackle.
I'm about to say, in fact, Harry Maguire's been outstanding for you in the past couple of games, hasn't he?
Headed away again by Maguire. It's going to go out for throwing, I think. Yep. Yeah, Harry Maguire's been really good. He was fantastic against West Ham on Saturday. Unlucky in the game last week not to score. But, I mean, captain's performance, we need him.
Exactly. He's your leading man and he's leading by example. With us, football is great sauce. It's only because I was just so confused that Provod was playing up a striker, but he is. I was very confused. Obviously, usually he's a centre. Good switch. That's an incredible ball.
Oh, he's fluffed it.
Chance of your game.
The throw-in. Oh, one awful touch that is. There might be a counter from Man United. I'm just going to stop. Oh, it's a really good recovery challenge from Tamari. But, Luke Shaw headed it clean. It just fell to Çalhanoğlu. He's about 6 or 7 yards out in the box and fluffs the shot. Man United on the counter-attack. Fred's nicked it back off Meite and Greenwood. Past one. Back to Fred. Fred looks for Rashford instead, goes to shoot, and it's straight into the hands of Donnarumma.
And we'll go to Adam, because something's happened in the game. But is it a goal? Is it full time, Adam? Where are you? There you are, and there you are.
Full time. Spurs are out.
Wow.
Spurs, they've bottled it. Ridiculous.
I mean, Josh is celebrating.
Crazy.
I mean, just some of the game, Adam. I mean, 3 goals. It's an entertaining one.
It was, yeah. And you know what? Spurs kind of dominated the whole game, really. Just Zagreb had that few chances, and even towards the end, they were still going for another. But Spurs have just looked poor all game, really. Then, but like scoring, but they had the ball all game. It's been mad. Look at the scenes now. It's crazy.
Fair play to Zagreb, though. We love a comeback. We love a comeback.
Yeah.
Underdog.
Yeah, they've probably knocked out one of the favourites for the tournament as well.
Yeah, they have. Yeah, it makes it easier for the big teams now.
Do you think this influences Harry Kane possibly leaving in the summer? If they've got knocked out with another... Do you think...
Well, it's coming towards like his prime years now, isn't he?
Yeah.
So I think at some point he has to leave.
And it was definitely their best shot of getting to the Champions League this year, winning this competition.
Oh yeah, they're not getting top 4 this season, are they? Not a chance.
Well, thank you very much, Adam. You stayed with us for the next time. We genuinely do appreciate it. Thank you very much. Hopefully we'll see you soon on the channel. Thank you. Wow. I mean, what a finish to that game.
There's going to be a lot of Spurs fans out for Jose Mourinho now, I'm just saying.
Oh, 100%. To lose 3-0 in what is a monumental comeback for Zagreb. I don't take away from Zagreb. I mean, the fight and the desire to get back into that, you can't take it away from him. Cross comes in and Olyinka will get it out.
No, I mean, it's just... That's massive. That's massive for Zagreb. That's probably up there with one of the wins of their history.
Yeah, 100%. I don't think anyone is ever going to not match it in terms of Zagreb. But I mean, the way to come back, you were 2-0 down and then to make it 3-0. Fair play. I mean, when that says Jose's bottler, well done Zagreb from Kyle. Well done Alexander Barr. It's done really well. Being tackled by Kamara there, but it's not being given. So thank you, Adam, for joining us. He's been very valuable during this Europa League time. We'll definitely, fingers crossed, we'll see him on the channel. Bar, obviously the European ties. So if you're a FIFA fan, Orsic is going to be getting the team of the week. Probably a European man of the match.
He's going to get a UEL Motum. Olyinka might get one as well.
If this game ends 1-0, Olyinka might get one. Please bring it out just before tomorrow so I can play my weekend league team with him.
I think they come out on Friday night. Josh will know. Josh knows when they come out. Josh, stick it in chat when they come out.
Do you know, Josh?
Just put me on the screen like 6 p.m. on a Friday. I think this is when they come out.
Yeah, they come out tomorrow night. Everyone.
Thank you. Sorry, Josh.
No, it's all right.
Apologies. Oh God. I mean, just Slavia sit back. It's a great challenge by Pierre Olyinka and Patterson. It's actually come off him as well.
I mean, if Fred scores, do we get a UEL Motum Fred?
No, thank you.
Yeah, Fred next to McTominay in my weekend league team.
We will have a live coverage of Josh will be taking over for the Villarreal game. I mean, he said the game was dead and buried. It is currently 1-0 to Villarreal, 3-0. You know what? One of the Dynamo teams has just come back and done an incredible comeback. We could see it from the other one.
I mean, I think it'd be a monumental comeback in that game as well.
100%. But Josh has loved a last-minute goal, a last-minute comeback, especially the last one with Olympiacos.
Yeah.
He might get another one. I mean, Chris, get your bottles out for Tottenham. He's going to be very, very memed. Very, very memed.
Liverpool might be in Europa League next year.
Exactly, the way they're playing. And where they sat in the league, 100% they could be sat in Europa. That'll be embarrassing. Not embarrassing, but I don't. They might not even get Europa. Is there Conor Golson? No, not like this. Not like this.
What's happened?
Well, Conor Golson's tackled Pierre Olyinka, and he's gone down clutching his ankle. He was in pit. He seems okay. Just breathe, Peter. Breathe and it'll be all okay. We're good. We're okay with him. Conor Golson, that's dirty from him. He's already on a yellow card as well, Golson, so you can watch out. If they get a red card, this game really is Slavia's for the taking.
I think Rangers love a red card as well. They love
Golson's not even on a yellow card, but
they love a red card in their games, though, do Rangers.
100%. They're such an aggressive little. They're a little shit side, and that's not in a bad way. Not like shit is in a bad team. Just annoying.
Bulldogs.
Yeah, we've obviously got the Old Firm coming up very soon. So that might even be this weekend.
Honestly, my days they go so fast. I don't know where we are.
Yeah, I think that's this weekend. If I just look, Old Firm Derby. On this Sunday, so we would definitely have a watch along for that for sure. So that'll be a great game.
Yeah,
so
it's the last time we're going to see domestic fixtures before the international break as well, because we've got some. Actually, no, I'm not sure.
We're not doing the World Cup qualifiers.
Yeah, we've got FA. That's what I meant. It's the last time we've got domestic watch-alongs.
100%.
Or watch-alongs for about a week or so, because this week's the FA Cup, and then next week it's international break.
Yeah. Who cares, right? We're obviously not doing that. We'll probably do the England games, the England and 21 Euro games, and possibly any other little ones. I think especially if we can get our hands on a France game, good cross Delicly as well to Kamara.
I'm not sure how they do it. Do they show each of the games on Sky, or I know the England games are on Sky, but
all the England games, but the other ones haven't been confirmed, so I don't think we're getting coverage of it in England.
I'd hope they would do that. They might be on that. Do you know the red button, Sky?
Yeah, the Sky red button.
Yeah,
maybe fingers crossed, because that French side.
I want to do Germany.
I want to do Germany.
No, because Baku.
Mukoku.
I don't care. I like Baku more than you like Mukoku.
I'm not getting into this. I will dibs. No, thing is, I don't think the world ball's in the box up. Davis outside the box just scuffs it completely. I mean, Chris said, luckily, his local town, Carlisle, playing in international break. Same with Oldham, same with Hull. And that's it, because obviously Championship and Premier League do not play. It's the beauties of lower league football. Said England with 21 games on Sky. Yeah, it's just unfortunate we can't watch any of the other teams like Germany.
I think there are some Premier League games going on, by the way. The teams that are involved in the FA Cup next week, this weekend are playing. Yeah,
they will be. Obviously, we'll have the A-League Watchalong tomorrow morning. The ball's just found all the way through to Oscar Dawley on the right. Plays a quick ball in the middle. And it doesn't go to anyone. And Slavia have done really well to win it back with Dawley. We'll take it back to Cadella now. Tell you what, they've had a good game today, Slavia. Rangers have tested them, but they've stood resilient. They really have. I'm proud. I'm proud of them. I'm proud of them. I'm proud of Peter Olyinka. I mean, obviously, Benaldo isn't here, but I'm sure that he will. He won't be too happy with his team. For sure, as Seaman does really well to win in the midfield. Stanchu outside the box. I expect, when it's Stanchu, you can expect him to get that on Tiger or even in the back of the net. He absolutely skies it over the crossbar. But nothing. There's no major chances for Slavia, and there is more for Rangers. But when Slavia get the ball, they do look like the more energetic side. That at the end of the day, that doesn't matter if you're not putting the ball in the back of the net. I think this second half is going to be so aggressive. I think we will see a lot. If you're a betting man, I'd put over 6 yellow cards, genuinely. I feel like both these teams will really putting them crazy tackles that we see from Rangers all the time. And then Slavia will just not care. They'll just want to hold out the game. They'll foul all they want. As they do really well to win it out here. Dele, back to Kolar. Good pressure from Rangers and Morelos. But Kolar does really well. Gets it through to the captain, Jan Borrell. Chance to counter-attack, to move up the pitch here. Hormoda, long ball over the top. Seema wins it. It goes down injured. Slavia are going to keep the ball. It's Provod. Provod all by himself. Provod some step-overs. And he's tackled well by Goldson, who's been resilient, who's been really resilient. Now it's Ryan Kent on the counter-attack, using his pace. And Dawley does foul him, and it's going to be a yellow card for Dawley. Good tactical foul. Kent was driving in, but not the best place to give up a foul just outside the box. I mean, what's going on in your game, Kiddy?
Not much, to be fair. I mean, AC Milan definitely come back into it, and United kind of on the back foot at the moment, but I mean, weather the pressure, soak it up, hit him on the counter. I can see a goal coming for one of these two sides, and I mean, Of course, the first goal in the game's not that massive, but I mean, if Manchester United were to get, if AC Milan were to get it, it would put a lot of pressure on Man United.
Oh, well done. I mean, still 0-0. Someone's gone down injured. It's Pierre Olayinka, and Morelos has clearly said something to Olayinka, because Olayinka's got up and just screamed at him. Cadella's just hugging him. But Morelos has said something, surely. Or did something. Referee's going to have a word. Olayinka is pissed off here. He's really not happy. So Kolar does really well to clear the box. He's done this a lot of time. So I think
what bloody hell happened here? Samu Castillejo up against Victor Lindelof. Pokes it to Frank Kessie. Brilliant tackle by Victor Lindelof. I think it was a bad back pass by one of the Man United midfielders. I think it might have been McTominay. And Castillejo 1-on-2 against Harry Maguire and Lindelof. Lindelof does fantastically well to get a recovery challenge in there. But the signs are there. Sorry to cut you off there.
No, sorry. Nervy times. And by the way, what happened was I think it was Balogun who went for the header and takes down Olayinka in the meantime. Nothing bad with it. Olayinka goes down. I think it was a collision where you would go down. And Morelos runs over and just stands over him and clearly says something. Olayinka gets up nearly straight away, tries to go into his face, but Cadella gets in between. The referee has a word with Morelos, but then Morelos was shushing the Slavia Prague team then. Morelos, who's playing blue, the team that are currently losing, and Morelos was shushing them. He's such a prick in it.
Oh, important header away by McTominay.
Dele does really well. I mean, at least you're getting a lot more chances in your game now, Kieran.
Yes, but for the wrong side.
Yeah, I know, but it's I understand, but it's an entertaining game at least. I mean, all the games.
We win.
True. But there has been a goal in Josh's game, which is Villarreal Dynamo Kiev. Has this game got a slight peak of interest, Josh?
If you're a Villarreal fan, it has indeed. It's 2-0. Gerard Moreno again, exactly as I said before, the danger man in the last tie. He's got his second goal of the game, and it was just an awful mistake at the back from Dynamo Kiev. They're trying to pass around the back. I think it was Mikolenko at the back who gave the ball away to Gerard Moreno. He gets himself inside the box, tries to curl the ball into the top right-hand corner. It actually deflects off one of the Kiev players and goes into the back of the net. But if you are a Villarreal fan, you're 4-0 up on aggregate now, and you're pretty much through to the next round.
That's not nice. Oh, sorry, Josh. I mean, hopefully Kiev maybe get one before the first half. You could possibly get four.
I think, to be honest, I think Kiev fans would be happy if they just got one before the end of the tie.
Exactly. I mean, hopefully you get a glimmer of hope, Josh. A glimmer of hope. Thank you very much. Obviously, KL's game as it stands 1-0. That's also 4-0 on aggregate. Clearly, Kieran, it's just manning your game. And by the way, so what happened was the ball was sort of played across to, I don't know who it is. Is it Provod? Kamara's just being yellow carded because it's a stupid foul. Someone's gone down and he's not got up in a while. Like, you haven't seen much movement. But Kamara runs across and just shoulder straight to the face. And the guy said, Rowan, no, it's entertaining. I was watching here. It's bar, but Stanchu, Kamara goes for a tackle, which is fair enough. But when he's tried to avoid the tackle, he's leaned with his shoulder into Bar's face. I mean, I don't think Kamara's done it on purpose, but he's led him with his shoulder. It's a yellow card. I mean, they've got a Scottish commentator here who seems very basically said he's clearly done nothing wrong. I think, if you're being realistic, he leads with the shoulder. Even if it's not on purpose or nothing, he does. It's shoulder-to-face contact. In any other sport, that's a sending off or a yellow. So, as Bar does finally get up, it was Bar who got tackled. Then it's not like getting a shoulder to the face. Yeah, not long left. 7 minutes in this game. In fairness, actually, it wasn't even tackled. Kamara won the ball initially. You're right, Kieran?
Yeah, I'm fine, mate.
I just heard a lot of noise. I thought something had happened. I dropped
my phone. No, I dropped my phone.
I thought we finally had a chance in your game. I really did. But by the way, there's a lot of yellow cards in this game already. So you've got Balogun. Currently, you've got Balogun, Kamara, and Dole. That's already 3. You genuinely can see so many more in this game. As long throwing stuck Dele, who's had a stellar game today so far. He's had a wonderful game. Headed away.
I mean, we're coming towards that time now, aren't we? How long's left in your game?
5 minutes. 5 minutes left in our game. Here.
We've got 6 in ours.
It's play back to the defence. Obviously, at half-time, put your questions in. If you've got any football-related questions that you want to ask all 4 of us, let us know. Put it in the chat. So I've already got one in mind. Like very similar to last week, it'll be about everyone's own club. So for KD, it's going to be a lot harder just because it's United. But for Kieran and Josh, it might be a little bit of a cheeky fun one. It's now Arfield puts it onto the right to Patterson. Morelos goes down. Good challenge. He's done really well there, Morelos. And then he's just pulled at Provod there. He does really well. He doesn't have to foul. Literally. Simon Deli misses his challenge. Morelos does lovely step overs, and then he just swings at Provod's leg. And it's just a stupid foul. He could have gone further there. Just a brain slip. And I'm not a fan of Morelos. I appreciate how good of a player he is, but he's just a bit of a is what he is. But yeah, linked on now. P-Rolly Inker on the wing. Cross comes in. Kieran, anything happen in your game, or who's looking like the better side?
It's been very even. I'm not going to lie. Milan have just got a corner. Selimakers had a shot from edge of area. I didn't really say up because it was a pretty half-assed effort, to be honest. And Henderson just pushed it out for a corner. Could have probably done better with it and caught it, but safe goalkeeping. But yeah, it's been a very even game. I wouldn't say it's been boring, but I mean, there's not really much happening. It's just 2 teams desperate to win, to be honest. Desperate not to lose.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, who would you want in the next round? Obviously, out of the confirmed teams so far, basically the only 2 confirmed teams are AC Milan, Manchester United, and Slavia Rangers. Villarreal, more or less through. Young Ajax should be through. Can
we get through this game first?
Yeah, but who would you like to see? Who would you like to see in the next round if it were possible? If you do go through?
I don't want Villarreal because I think they're a very good side. It's such a tough question because nearly every team left's quite decent, and I think they give us a good game.
I'd like to see a Slavia Granada, 2 underdogs of the competition, is a game I'd really want. Obviously, Granada are the bigger underdogs, especially stepping into the next stage. Like Molde was not an easy game, but it was definitely shot outside the box by Morelos, and it's a good stop by Kolar. He does really well. There's been so much open space in the midfield. It was Provod who gets dragged across. And so it leaves out open space Morelos. It does have it's a lovely opportunity. And it doesn't even touch Kolar. It does just go wide. But Rangers will use that. Rangers definitely 100% use that. But yeah, I'd love to see a Granada-Slavia tie. If Slavia go through that, so this game is 1,000,000% not done with. It's only the first half, and it's only 1-0. So, 1 more goal, Slavia. 1 more goal, and you can start cruising a little bit more. I mean, Rangers love a comeback, and as it stands right now, if they get 2 goals, a comeback's being secured. Good defence from Dele against Morelos. Morelos took the throw in quick, though, back to Morelos from Kent. He's got a run on the overlap, doesn't use Barisic. He said it goes back to Ryan Kent, who tries to play it through to Barisic, and it's good defending from Oscar Dahl. Obviously, normally plays off the bench, starting 11 today. But Rangers have played really well. Like, you don't take it away from them at all. They probably, in all honest opinion, they've been the better side. They have. But then it's only goals that matter so far, and Rangers haven't been able to put it in the back of the net yet. I'll always have to preface it yet because it could easily come back to bite me.
I mean, I'm not going to lie, Scott McTominay is not playing very well tonight. He's passing it out of play. I mean, I'm repping the Scott McTominay shirt today. He's not doing it justice. He's not on the ball. I mean, we're definitely going to see Pogba at some point in this game, in the second half. I think we'll probably end up seeing Diallo as well. Maybe Van de Beek off the bench. I'm not quite sure. It depends if he's fit enough or if he's just gone for numbers, because I know we are kind of struggling a little bit with.
Well, I was about to say, because it is 0-0. Do you see an actual half-time change? Or do you see it right now with the side?
He doesn't really like making subs, to be fair. We saw it last week when he brought on Diallo at half-time, but Martial was injured, so the substitute was forced. This time, unless he brings on Pogba at half-time, I don't think anybody else will come on. And again, it depends how fit Pogba is, because he's been training for the last couple of days, 3 or 4 days. The same with Van der Beek, and I don't know how fit they are.
I mean, just wait and see. If it's 0-0 and you need a goal, you might just have to go for it and risk fitness, I suppose. At the end of the day, this is probably bigger.
We'll definitely see Pogba.
Because obviously you've got Leicester at the weekend in the FA Cup, which is a big game. It means you progress further. Seamer's got it in the wing. Seamer's still in the box. He's got hands all over him. He goes to backheel it. It goes down in the box. I can't remember. Is there VAR in Europa? I don't think there is. Is there?
There is.
I think VAR needs to check that.
What a chance for AC Milan right at the end of the first half. It's a lovely break down the right-hand side between, I think it's Salimakers and Krunic and Kalanoglu. There's a ball into the box for Krunic and hits on the volley and he just puts it wide. It's such a good opportunity. And it's half-time at 0-0, I think. That's
got to be a penalty. Balogun puts his foot in front of Seamer. But the thing is, I don't know if they are checking it because they don't tell you anything. They are having a look at the commentary. It was a 0-0 at halftime, and Joe said, "And I'm back. Anything decent happened." When did you go? It's not been given. It's not been given. Seamer does really well down the right. Balogun is left. He's holding the shoulder, and then he sticks his foot out against Seamer. He's holding onto the shirt. I think that's a penalty, surely. It's not been given, and Rangers have been lucky there. They've been very lucky. It's halftime in Josh's game, and Jesus Christ, what a boring game Josh has had and KL has had. We'll obviously talk to him at halftime here. And now you see Joe Rebo has elbowed Cudella in the face. And Cudella is bleeding from the eye. So things you like to see is we do hit the 2-minute mark in our game. We'll only have KL with the Ajax game left. Gola plays a good long ball over the top. Barisic does well to get it out. Slavia fight for the ball, cleared away by Arfield. Morelos tries to chase it. And the whistle is going to blow for half-time. 1-0 to Slavia Prague, as it stands. Yeah, not much. You haven't missed much then, James. You haven't missed much at all. But as it stands, it currently 1-0 to Slavia Prague. A Peter Olejinka header. All the difference. A lovely ball in by Jan Borland. Olejinka flips it in. I love Peter Olejinka in it. He's given the lead. The game is definitely not over. It's definitely over indeed. I think Rangers have been the better side, being dirty. But it's Rangers, it's what you expect. Kieran, in your game, Milan vs Manchester United, 0-0 as it stands. Milan would go through on away goals, if I'm correct.
Yeah, you are correct. Fairly even. I think probably equal amount of chances. Possession-wise, probably even as well. I mean, it just looks like neither team wants to concede the first goal, which is probably expected. But I think second half we'll probably see both teams come out of the shell a little bit. Well, I'm hoping anyway. And hopefully Man United can get through on the night, because I'll be very salty if we don't.
Hopefully, but you need that away goal. We talked about how Slavia needed it.
Yeah.
You also do need it. We'll bring in our first guest. It's not going to be Kieran, because he said he's going to go for a quick snooze after that boring half. So we're bringing in another boring game. Josh, Villarreal versus Dynamo Kiev, 2-0, 4-0 aggregate.
All aboard the Villarreal train, because this expresses all the way to the final. I'll tell you something. Look, at the end of the day, it's not the most enjoyable game if you're a neutral, because we haven't got the comeback aspect of it. But if you're a Villarreal fan, I mean, this game could not go any better right now. Kiev have not had a single opportunity in the match. No shots, none on target or anything. Possession-wise, Villarreal have had about nearly 60% possession. Gerard Moreno again with 2 goals, and I think he's probably going to get the match ball if he can get another one to his name. But look, not the most enjoyable game for the neutral, but I tell you something, this Villarreal side looks so good to watch. And I said last week they looked nervy at times. They don't tonight. And, once again, for me, I can see them going all the way in this. I really can.
Really? I mean, maybe they can repeat what the fellow Spanish side did last year.
Not to brag or all, but I predicted Villarreal to win this tournament right from the start. So,
yeah, do you know what? The thing is as this competition's continued, look, Kiev's not the strongest side. I think the biggest test they'll have is whoever they come up against next. If they get one of the big teams, but they're so good to watch. They're so organised, and when you've got a manager who's won this tournament time and time again, he just knows how to tactically get them set up for this match. And yeah, I think there might be a few more before this game ends. I'm not gonna lie.
They've got so many experienced players, haven't they, all across the park? I mean, Danny Parejo, Gerard Moreno, Alcacer, Raul Albiol, just to name a few. They've been around. They know how to win stuff, and I mean, it's rubbing off on the other players, the younger players like Estupinan and etc.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, obviously, the back line hasn't been really tested tonight. There's been like one or two little moments where Kiev have come forward. But, at the end of the day, there's going to be bigger tests in this competition where we'll see Villarreal at full strength. But right now, they've got to be up there as one of the favourites to win the tournament. All depends who they get, though, on the draw tomorrow.
I'd say the draw can change. I think we will be live tomorrow at 11:30?
11 o'clock for the Champions League and then 12 o'clock for the Europa League.
So we will be live then. We might see Manchester United in there, we might see Slavia in there, we might see the others. We'll wait and see, but thank you very much, Josh. Hopefully have a bit more of an entertaining half, maybe even just more goals for Villarreal. Fingers crossed for you, thank you very much. And then we'll go over to Switzerland. Kieran, good game. Chances, anything in your game?
To be honest, for half of the half, I was kind of flicking between two, so I didn't really see, patterns of play or anything. But from what I can tell, it's just going to be quite a simple night at the office for Ajax, to be honest with you. They deserved the one goal they've got. They could have a few more, but if I was the Ajax manager, I'd be resting my players that could be suspended or players I need for the league, to be honest with you, because there's no chance of a comeback, and it's slightly annoying. But in terms of a game overall, yeah, it's been crap, really.
Famous last words. This is where young boys come back and they win 5-4. This is. I'm seeing it now. I mean, I did look at the stats. Young boys 4 shots, 0 on target, and then Ajax 8 shots, 3 on target. All Ajax, and do you have a hope there's a comeback, or is it 0%?
No, you know what? I love to be optimistic. Like in the start of the game when I said 3-0 to Young Boys, but after watching the first half, no, I don't see any sort of hint of a comeback at all. And I think it'd just be it's insurmountable at this point to get 5.5 against a team that you haven't scored against in 135 minutes. So no.
I mean, we'll thank you very much. We'll bring Josh in. Guys, obviously not the most entertaining games. What is your dream tie, though? Obviously, we more or less know all the teams apart from 4 currently. We obviously my game and Kieran's game. What is your dream tie out? The teams that have gone through. What is a fixture that you go, I want dibs on that? We'll start with Josh. We'll go with Josh first.
Put me under some pressure here. I'm just having a look at some of the games and the teams that have gone through. Look, I think we're at a point now where there is a very split divide in the Europa League of teams you would expect to win this and teams that will be looking at this competition and saying, we probably never expected to get here, but we seriously have a chance of winning it. And I am all for the likes of Granada and Zagreb coming up against each other. Look, not the most enjoyable games on paper, but if it means that one of those teams can go on a historic run, I mean, Granada's already been on a historic run this season. Zagreb, no doubt, one of their best European results in decades against Tottenham. It would be so good to see one of those teams go through to the next round. And I'm not going to lie, if I was to look and see if Slavia were to go through, I think, let's be honest, Slavia Man United, to have Rowan and Kieren together doing the watch-along would be perfect.
I mean, we need to get through first.
Yeah, exactly. But still, in the balance...
Oh, I'd love that. I would love it. Obviously, Slavia have to go through, but they put themselves in good stead 1-0 up. Kale, what's one of your dream ties there?
Arsenal v Villarreal for the good evening derby.
Oh, yes. Please.
That's the tie I want. Unai Emery.
Who's winning it?
I'm backing Unai Emery.
Yeah.
I'm backing. Yeah, I think Unai Emery is a good coach. I just, maybe it just was the wrong, the wrong fit at the wrong time and stuff like that.
Maybe had the wrong coat.
Villarreal. Oh, sorry, KD, mate.
So maybe you just had a different coat on.
Yeah, right. Okay, and that's a reference that not many people will get, but me and you. Yeah, I'm looking for. That's the tie I want. That's my dream tie.
KD.
I think Villarreal Ajax would be a very good game. Be two very well-drilled sides, two good attacks, of course. A lot of good players and experienced players all across the park. I think that'd be a hell of a game to watch.
How about Man U Ajax?
No.
I mean, that'd be an interesting one, just because of the recent history of the last tie good game to watch. I think that'd be another good one. Yeah,
the thing for me is just I'm not saying Man United in any of the dream ties because just concentrate on getting through tonight. I don't want to jinx it. I don't want to give any bad blood or jinx anything.
I mean, I was going to ask another question. Thank you. Mine's Roma Ajax. I think Roma dispatching Shakhtar. I think we can say 5-1 an aggregate. Maybe they can just go on a little sneaky hidden run. I feel like they're a team that can just do that. All right. Also, I want to ask a question about refereeing. Also, we will all have a decision. But you're a referee, right? A player's run into the box and he's had a shirt pulled, but he doesn't go down. Now, in your mind, what is that a penalty or not? First of all,
if it's denying a clear and obvious goal scoring opportunity, then yes, it is a penalty. However, if it's just like trying to get in front of them by do you know when they grab the top of the elbows or grab the top of the shoulder, and try to get past them and to get the ball, I think that's different. But
listen, what I'm saying is, it happened in this game with Balogun. Balogun's grabbed Seamer's shirt. Seamer is past him. Balogun's behind him. Seamer is holding his shirt. There's a man in front of Seamer, so he's not going to think. Then Balogun, because Balogun's held his shirt, it slowed Seamer down. Seamer's gone to take the shot. Balogun has come across and wiped his other foot out, and he's gone down. It wasn't given as a penalty at the end of the day. Do you think if a shirt is pulled, is there too much pressure on players just to go down immediately? Because if a player doesn't go down, it's never going to be given. And then if a player does go down, it can be seen as diving.
First of all, I'd like to see Kyle's opinion on it, because Kyle, I don't know if you're watching the game or not. If anybody in the chat is watching the Rangers match, then definitely give us a heads up, because to me it sounded like Kyle was watching it from the stands of it.
I think he's watching the Man United match.
Yeah, if somebody's in there who's watching it anyway, then tell us your thoughts on it. But the problem is, it's very hard to tell without actually seeing a clip of what's gone on 100%. To whether, because obviously as a fan, you'll always say a certain situation is a little bit more egregious than other situations where a neutral will look at it and say, look, that's not a foul or a penalty. But it's as Kieran said, if it is stopping an obvious situation where the player is on goal and he's going to score, then yes, it should be given as a penalty. But it all depends on the manner of it, because we've seen in the past shirt pulls that aren't really egregious, slight little tug, referee's gone penalty. And then other times there's been blatant shirt pulling that the referee doesn't notice, and it's not given as a penalty. I mean, Carl's put, I'm watching the AC Milan Man U game. I don't know if they were going to have it on TV or not for you, but if anybody's in the chat who watched the game of the Rangers one, then tell us or not what you think of it.
This isn't talk about the Slavia. Do you think there is too much pressure on players just to go down because they know referees will give it? We've seen so many times when players haven't gone down. I think the most recent Foden, the last week, where he taps the ball past the keeper, he gets wiped out, and then he runs back up to win the ball. Do you think if Foden stays down, or if players go down immediately from a challenge, it just influences the referee's decision more? Because at the end of the day, it is still a foul regardless.
I think with VAR, it shouldn't matter. Because if it's a foul, it's a foul, isn't it? You know, it's not... At first glance, maybe if a player does scream and shout, the referee on the pitch will notice it a bit more. But the man in the booth, who gets to see it without... You can watch it with or without sound. You know, I think, to be honest with you, if it's a foul, it's a foul. It shouldn't matter whether you go down or not.
I mean, Leslie summed it up perfectly. Just but no one cares about Rangers.
Oh.
I mean, Kieran, I was going to use that comment. Let's just say, what's it called? Where is it? There's a comment. Fred out, Donny in, and he also says Dan James.
They're just going in on Fred, aren't they?
They just don't like. They just don't like him.
I think McTominay's been far worse than Fred has. And you know how much I like McTominay.
So would you say take off McTominay then?
Yeah, take McTominay off, bring Pogba on, and then take Dan James off and bring in Diallo on you. I agree with that one.
Yeah, I mean we've also got first of all we've got the A-League tomorrow morning. West Indies Wanderers versus Perth Cog. Going to be a very fun game. Going to be a really good game. Wanderers coming off that big, emphatic 4-3 victory. So probably one of the best games in Wanderers history. Then we've got the Champions League draw straight after that. What is that one tie where you go? Do you want sort of easier ties for all the teams, and then we get a gigantic semi-final?
No. Me and Josh already talked about this yesterday, didn't we, Josh?
There's no such thing as an easy tie in this quarter-final. Yeah. I'm all for paying you away for and having 4 derbies.
Yep.
Jesus. I mean, that would be... Wait, who gets dibs on the derby? Because I know Kieran wants to watch Bayern, but...
I mean, the dream tie would be Bayern Munich, Man City, wouldn't it? Just to see those two teams go against each other. I think Liverpool, Man City would be a good one. I think Dortmund, Chelsea would be a good game. The thing is, I don't think there'll be a bad game out of all the ties. I'm not going to lie. Even if Dortmund got Porto, I don't think that'd be a bad tie, just because they're two very attacking teams who score a lot of goals. No matter the tie, it's going to be very entertaining to watch.
I mean, we'll also find out them ties in less than 24 hours. So we could be set for an amazing quarterfinals. We really could. Carl said whether the player goes down or not, straight pull is 1,000% a penalty no matter the team. That's the thing. Refereeing is always in and out. I think there's going to be a sub for Rangers. I think that's Hadji that might come on, as Alan Hutton is currently talking. Any changes? So, I mean, we'll start with Josh. Do you think there's any changes that Dynamo can do just to give them a slight hope, or is it really? Do you genuinely think it's dead and buried?
No,
anyone.
This game is dead and buried. Look, Kiev have had not a great deal of chances between the two legs. I think for Kiev, it's a case of getting out of here. We've had the aggregate score becoming a little bit bad, like 6-7, 8-0, which I think it could do with the way Villarreal are shaping up tonight. But look, you've got to give Kiev credit at the end of the day. They started off in the Champions League original. I'm trying to think of what they called the preliminary rounds when we first covered them. And they've been on probably the longest European tour of the season compared to some of the teams left in. But Villarreal was just one too many for them.
Thank you very much, Josh. The games will be getting underway very soon, so thank you, Josh. Kale, before you go, does this Ajax side look like a side who can win the Champions League? Champions League, the Europa League. Sorry. The way they're playing?
No, they can't win the Champions League, but Europa League, I think they've got a good crack at it as anybody, because we've already seen that Ajax can produce magical nights in Europe. So why not?
Why not? Thank you very much, Kale. Hopefully you get some energy into your game. But what's happened, Kieran? Because, I mean, before you say it, the comments to say taking them... go on, actually.
No, I really hope Marcus Rashford isn't injured, because he's come off at half-time. Now, Pogba's come on.
Okay.
But I really hope that Marcus Rashford isn't injured.
That'll be huge.
I'm happy that Pogba's come on, but if Marcus Rashford's injured, then that is such a massive miss.
I know.
It's like bloody dominoes. Not dominoes. It's like when you go 2 steps, 1 step forward, 2 steps back. We've had one player back from injury, and then we're going to lose another 2 in Martial and Rashford.
Yeah. So what would you go now? What has the formation changed to?
I think Pogba's playing on the left-hand side of the front three.
Okay.
Where he's playing for the majority of the season. Sorry, go on.
The Google formation has changed for Slavia. Provod is playing at centre mid. When it said he was up front, it's Seamer up front by himself, then Oli and Constantiu Dorla, Kormoda, Provod, and then it is a back 4. That's what I hate when they answer the lineups. I'm like, they're not playing a back 3 with Jan Borrell at centre half.
I think Marcus Rashford might be injured.
I mean, I took Rashford off for Pogba, did not see that sub.
I don't think he would have taken Rashford off and brought Pogba on.
especially when you're needing a win.
Yeah, especially when we need a goal. I think Marcus Rashford might be injured, which is
a huge miss, isn't it? It's not what we want. Luckily, international break is coming up.
He has been selected for the England squad as well. He might have to withdraw from that. So Patrick Bamford might actually get a call.
It might give Bamford a chance to finally get called up. Obviously, it comes to the expense of Rashford, but he'd take it.
We'll have to see. Maybe it's just a precaution, and if it is a precaution, then I'm happy that he's took him off.
It could be very similar to. Leslie just said, Tatum, the only reason I can think why we'd take him off would be an injury. He was very similar last week at halftime. They took Ollie Inker off because he was injured. He's obviously playing now. It was a precaution. They didn't play him at the weekend, obviously, and now he's playing this week. And he's bagging. So it might help you if he's fit enough to play the weekend. He might bag against Leicester. But it's Dawley on the wing here. You realise actually moved into the midfield to Seema. Tries to put a ball over the top, but absolutely no one is there. But there has been a goal. Oh, no, it's been a pen, sorry. It's a pen. I thought it was a goal. But there's been a pen in the Ajax Young Boys game. Who's it to, Kieran?
It's to Ajax, and Dusan Tadic is going to step up after the penalty was given for handball against Kamara, the centre-half. It was a shot on goal. Fivra saved it. It fell to Kamara, but Kamara's arm was up here, and it went behind. And Fivra got a hand to it, but it was to the bottom right-hand corner. Good goal.
Good goal. Oh, it's in. 5-0, 2-0, 5-0 aggregate. Game definitely done. Boys. Thank you very much, Kieran.
Yes, it's in. It's Paul Pogba off the bench.
Oh, wow.
Take the lead. I'm begging someone to shoot. Oh, my God, they're inside the box, and Fred does absolutely fantastically well. So I think nick the ball back off Mieta, who's messing about with it in the box, and he just flicks it, like goes for a back heel through his legs. Deflection, Pogba, bang, back of the net, 1-0. Brilliant ball by Fernandes to Wan-Bissaka Soiro, and Daniel James takes a snapshot, comes back to Pogba, little tap to Fred, tries a little flick through his legs. Mieta loses it, and tackles it into the path of Paul Pogba, who finishes it expertly from an acute angle. And Paul Pogba's back, and Man United have the away goal that they needed. Come on!
The chat was claiming take Fred and McTominay off. Fred has got the assist. Rashford's had to come off, but Pogba has got the goal. Puts United 1-0 up. It's the away goal they needed. It was the same with Slavia. Now, if they can hold on, what result for Manchester United? It's all about holding on now. They did what they had to do, though. They got the away goal. So even if Milan score, it's still 2-2, but they got the goal that they needed coming from Paul Pogba, and this is huge.
To Greenwood, left hand side of the penalty area. Mason Greenwood onto his right foot. Daniel James, it's fallen to the path of Fernandes. Oh, it's brilliant defending by AC Milan. To be fair, this game has sparked into life now. Of course,
I can't say if United's just got to file it underneath him. It sounds like
McTominay, edge of the area. Greenwood, Daniel James. Still Daniel James inside the penalty area. Another brilliant tackle by AC Milan, who not fazed by that goal, it seems.
You're going to have to really switch it on now, up front especially. Is this where you see Ibra coming on?
Oh, he's got to come on soon for AC Milan. They're searching for a goal now, of course. And I think he's offside, Sally Makers. No, he's in behind. Sally Makers on the left-hand side of the penalty area. Someone's calling for it in the box. Takes it onto his right foot. Shoots. Good save, Dean Henderson. And Luke Shaw and Fred clear it away. And now the flag goes up.
Go, Abdallah Seema. He's done really well to win it on the right. He's got a man open in the right. Cross, doesn't cut it in, cuts it onto his left. Seema now, outside the box. It's such a poor ball by Abdallah Seema. It's such a poor ball. Oh, it does really well to get past Barisic on that right. So they have actually switched up. Ollie Inker has moved on to the left. Seema on the right. But such an opportunity, just such a limp pass into the midfield. And listen, hope Donny gets 30 minutes, not 90 minutes sub. You gents agree?
Yeah, I think he'll either bring Matic on or Van der Beek and probably go a bit more narrow, take off. I think McTominay is only one yellow card away from being suspended for the next round, so probably take him off as a precaution. But right now, it is 1-0 to Manchester United. We do have that goal. I just hope we don't sit on the goal, because if they can score one goal, we'll go into extra time, and my heart can't take extra time or penalty. I want to see Diallo come on, though, but I just don't think he'll make any more offensive changes now. That's a fantastic pass from Fernandes to Pogba on the left-hand side. Pogba up against Kalulu. The tricks are coming out. Into the box. Greenwood. Can he turn? He can. He shoots. Oof, great save, Donnarumma, to hold the ball as well. But Man United, ever since Paul Pogba's come on, have looked a different team.
I mean, it just shows how one change can change the entirety of the game. By the way, we had a good opportunity for Rangers. It was Slavia initially, but one back in the midfield. Ball was played to Ryan Kent on the left, but he just couldn't get anything going. And he's eventually tackled, not cleared in midfield by Provod. Ball in behind. Rangers, when the ball's cleared at front forward, Morelos is sitting deep. He's sitting so far back and Aribo's so far wide that they can't get onto these sort of, I'm going to say lucky balls in terms of the pass is a lucky pass of where they're trying to prod it to, but there's no one getting onto the end of it, which is just such a shame because for Rangers, Dele does well to head it. Aribo, there's a miscommunication at the back here. And Hormoda does get it away, but that could have been risky for Slavia Prague as now Oscar Dole does really well, gets it past two. Slavia plays this lovely footwork from Dole. And two players have gone down injured here. One stayed down and Dolly's just getting backed up to his feet. But Rangers are going to keep playing on as this Rangers player is still down on the side. But we've had a goal. Is it 3 or is it 1? Who scored, Kieran? Need to actually bring you in.
Within 5. They're within 5. It's young boys. It's chipped to the back post. Insame heads it back towards goal. And it might go down as an own goal from Alvarez. But young boys have their goal. And I'm glad they do because their goal music is delightful.
Oh, we love the cheeky goal music on the Sports Corner. But there's a chance. There's a chance. Oh, no. Don't take it away from us.
VAR's checking it. VAR's checking it.
Oh, no. Don't do this. By the way, Barisic went down injured under a collision from Dole. Someone's going to come on, though. Who is that? Who's that coming on? I think Scott Arfield's coming off. No, he's not. Or if he is coming off, he's walking very slow.
I don't think it can go in as offside because Ellie is the one that's offside, not Insame. And it should count, in my opinion. But he's going to the booth, is Mr.
Oh, no.
Madden. I don't.
But like, Rufus come on for Arfield in our game.
I don't know what he's looking at here. I really don't know.
So it's not. You said it's not offside. Foul in build. Is it a foul in the build-up?
Within 6. They're back within 6. It's been
It's just ruined our hopes and theirs.
I'm trying to learn about why it's been disallowed. But apparently it was offside. But Elliot doesn't head the ball. It's Insame that head the ball. I disagree that he's even interfering with play. But it's 2-0. It's an awful decision, in my opinion.
Oh, who are young boys? Kieran thought there was a chance. We all thought there was a chance, and young boys would let down. Thank you very much, Kale. Yeah, I thought there was a chance.
Of course, you thought there was a chance.
You've got to have faith.
What a pass, Fernandez! What a pass! Oh, Daniel James a few inches away. Well, I say a few inches, probably about a stride away from getting to that one. But Donnarumma has been fantastic all night, and he makes another.
Ooh.
A decent.
As Dele makes a foul, and Morelos screams. As Morelos does, it's going to be a yellow card for Dele here. And that's, by the way, I said they were going to be yellows. That's, I think, the 6th yellow card of the game. Maybe the 5th. It's only the 4th, so we've got 2 more. I don't know how Alfredo Morelos, by the way, hasn't got a yellow card yet. It just seems like one of them days for him. We know he loves the card anyway.
But getting sent off.
Oh, please. I'd love it. Little prick. I hate it. The thing is, he's a really good player, but there is going to be change for Slavia. That's a Mashopust is going to come on after him. I mean, the Rangers are going to take the free kick. Cleared, not as far as Davis. To Ryan Kent. Davis puts a ball in. Seema does really well to win the header. Gets knocked to the floor. To Kamara. Barisic. To Aribo. Good defending from Seema there. Really good defending from the winger. And now it's a long ball over the top and there's absolutely no one there, but they get it out of danger. Rangers are really going for it now. We're 11 minutes into this second half. We've had a goal in the United game. We've had a disallowed goal in the Young Boys game. We had a penalty in the United game as well, I think. Oh, that might have been last half. Who cares? That game's done. The Villarreal game's done. But our games, obviously both away teams, scoring one goal. There's still a chance for extra time, KD. Now, I know you don't want it. But there's still a chance. As soon as I said, I knew I would doze off. You haven't missed anything, really. United scored. It's gonna be a triple change here. Sorry, Kukta, Mazepus, and Holesh. So Pierre Linker's coming off. He is limping. He's obviously scored the goal. We'll clap him off because he's had a great game. Gets the goal that they needed.
Man United have won it back. They've got a 3-on-3. It's Paul Pogba, Bruno Fernandes. Macy Man got men back, but it's come to Fred left hand side. Tries an early pass in. It's a good block by Kalulu. It's going to be cleared away by AC Milan.
Hormoda is going to come off and Holesh is going to come on for him. And I presume Jan Kutcher is going to come on. Yeah, he's going to go up front. And Oscar Dolly is going to come off. Seam is going to move to that right side. Again, Oscar Dolly had a great game. Olinka had a good game.
It's lovely by Luke Shaw. That's surely a foul, ref. Yeah, free kick Man United on the left-hand side of the penalty area. It's a dangerous position. It's almost like 5 yards to the right of the corner flag, Rowan, especially in that sort of position. Dangerous opportunity.
Slavia got it on the right. Bar cuts inside. Bar outside the box. Bar still driving his foul. He's been tripped outside the box. Nothing's been given. Sorry for cutting you off.
Sorry, do you think Slavia Prague are going to get through this? Of course, they've got the goal advantage. They've got that parachute as well. If Rangers get the next goal, they're not out yet.
Yeah, I think they're going to get through it. Rangers have pressed Slavia. They have challenged them defensively.
What a brilliant delivery that is by Bruno Fernandes, and it's right into the area under everybody. It's been headed out for a corner, I think, but it was a very dangerous-looking ball in. There's a load of heads in there. There's Lindelof, there's McTominay, there's Pogba in there, but now it's a corner from the right-hand side. A better opportunity to get the ball in the box. I mean, we scored from a corner against West Ham. We've been quite dangerous from set pieces this season. If H-Mag can get his head on this and put the second one in, I think a little bit of a comfort cushion for Man United if this goes in.
Exactly. Yeah, like you asked, Milan have really. It's all been Milan. It's all been Rangers. Slavia have just sat back and soaked pressure, as they said in the press conference. They basically told Gerrard that's what they're going to do. And by the way, I think Mazepus.
Conor Maguire's in there. It's a good. Oh, it's a foul.
Never mind.
It was the camera trick because I thought it was going towards the net, but it just got headed up like.
We're outside the box. He's had a shot. It's a pure shot, and it goes wide. Yeah, by the Mazepus has gone on the right. Seam has gone to naturally left mid. I like Mazepus. There's something about him. Just because he can play in defence as well, he tracks back so much that it just allows. It'll allow. I think what Shaposky's hoping for is that if Mazepus does come on, it allows Bar to run on that overlap a lot more because he knows Mazepus will cover that area, which really hasn't been allowed to do when Oscar was there. Been a chance, Kale? Oh, I saw the hands move. Was there a chance? No.
It's all right.
No.
I'm just cheering young boys on just for a bit of consolation, to be honest.
Thanks, Kale. I mean, in fairness, you've got to hope for a goal for them. Bless him. They got pounded. It seems like they got robbed of the initial goal. Good long ball over the top. Colar's got it too. Oh my! I think Kemar Roof's is a boot to the face. It's a red card for Kemar Roof.
Oh wow! He's only just come on.
Oh fuck! That's not nice. Yeah, he has only just come on. Sorry. The ball, it was a high ball. Kolar caught in 2 minds. He eventually comes from you. Roof can see this. And Roof just sticks his foot high in the face. And it just studs right to the eye in the face of Kolar. Kolar's got blood dripping off. Kemar Roof has been sent off. I think he's only been on the pitch 3 minutes.
I mean, we hope Kolar's all right, of course. We saw a nasty injury to Rui Patricio a few nights ago. We hope that Kolar's all right to... I think he'll be all right to continue.
Well, it's still down, but it was just blood was dripping all over his face from the angle that I saw. But we'll just change that to Rangers down to 10 men. Unless Josh, can you do that for me, mate? Thank you. You can change that. Oh, look at him. You asking, you shall receive. I appreciate it, Josh. By the way, I do feel for Josh. He yawned earlier. By the way, Jan Kuczka saying sub. I think we might have to have a keeper change here for Slavia, which means, if I'm right, that is right. Prime Minister who is it's not. They're going to bring the young. They're going to bring the young keeper on instead. I thought it was going to be Kovar, who's 35. They're not. They're going to bring on where is it? Matthias Wagner, 18 years old, and he's coming on here. It's not a nice injury. This we're going to have a lot of time on. Kuczka signal for the sub. It's a stud to the fit. It's a clear red. It's a stud to the eye. I think that's why Kolas had to come off. But big moment for Matthias Wagner. I don't think he's played a single game this season. He's a under 19. He's the under 19s Czech Republic goalkeeper. He plays for them. Born in 2003. I'm just trying to. I don't think he's played any games this season. Yeah, he was promoted to the under-19s at the start of this season, so he's technically still not in the main team. I don't know what they're doing here. I think Kolan might staying on. We'll wait and see here.
I did call it earlier. Rangers love a red card in their ties.
Yeah, they're bringing out the stretcher here as well.
Yeah, it's not a nice sight, but as much as Slavia are going to lose a man, they're not going to be without another goalkeeper. Whereas Rangers, they're going to be without 10 men and they're chasing the game, Rowan. Great chance for Slavia.
It's an 18-year-old keeper who has played 8 games this season. You know what? Not actually a bad record in the Donetska Liga. 8 games, 14 conceded goals, 3 clean sheets. It could be a lot worse. And this now is his chance to really put his name in Slavia injury. This is not. Kolar is being stretchered off. I'm just trying to. He's got a bandage all over his head, so I don't think it's his eye. I think it's his forehead, which is lucky, but not a nice injury. Ian says, "Hi, Rowan. Hi, Ian. Hope you're all good, pal." So I heard some North London team bottled it earlier. Oh, they did. And Les Green says, "Beautiful."
I think Diego Dallo and Ibrahimovic are going to come on. Man United have got a free kick about 35 or so yards out. Fernandez just dinks it to the back stick for Maguire, who just heads it straight out of play for a goal kick.
And it's time. Wagner's time to shine for Slavia Prague. It's an awful thing for Ruth. He goes for the ball, and I don't blame him for. But you don't put your foot that high when you can see a keeper.
Was it similar to? I don't know if you've seen it. Do you remember the one that Mane did on Edison a few years ago?
Very similar.
Similar to that.
Similar, but this time the stud has gone in the eye. I'm pretty confident. That's why I was so worried, because blood immediately went. You could see, and literally within 3 seconds, not even that, a second, Slavia players calling for the medical team, and then Jan Kuczka was over immediately, says it's got to be a sub, and he knows it's a sub. And he says hi, KD, as well.
Yeah, you're right, Ian, mate. We have had a yellow card in this game, by the way. Ron Kalulu has gone into the book for a foul on Paul Pogba. Absolutely manhandling. Literally got his hands like over his shoulders, both hands, because he just can't get Paul Pogba off the ball. Yeah. Man of the match for so far, Paul Pogba. I'm not going to lie, he's been absolutely fantastic.
He's only been on the pitch 20 minutes.
And Dallo is coming off. Dallo's coming on for Kalulu, who's just been booked. And Castelleu's come off. And I think Ibrahimovic has come on. I haven't seen the pitch. Yeah, Ibrahimovic is on now. So the big man's on. The man of the moment's on. AC Milan need a goal. And who else better to turn to than someone who delivers on the big occasion so much?
Oh, you've just lost it. Sorry.
No worries.
Mazepus driving into the box. I thought he was going in. Sorry for that. What were you saying?
I was just saying, the man for the big occasion when you need a goal, who better to call on than Ibrahimovic?
Exactly. Imagine returning sort of to play against Man United. Didn't play the first leg. Ball comes in the box. Well defended there.
Oh, big tackle by Wan-Bissaka there.
Oh.
Fernandez, he tried the hero ball right across the pitch to Mason Greenwood to get him in, but Donnarumma, he's been really good all night. I'm not going to lie, unlucky for the goal. Came out very quick, and I mean, you can see how good Donnarumma's going to be in the future. He's still so young.
Been around for so long.
Yeah.
But he's on 22, which is just unreal. Counselor, from your reaction around the injury sounds terrific. Call the Slavia Prague players, okay? Good long ball over the top. Wagner does well. You're going to see some overreactions to Wagner tonight. He might have made the most simple save, but By the way, I can see Josh is yawning. He really has had a dead game. If I'd have saw his KL, if KL got a young boys goal, it was ruled out, but he got a young boys goal. But the problem is when you're not just losing, you're starting goalkeeper who nearly plays all your games. Patterson does really well. He's inside the box. Patterson just plays over the crossbar. You're losing a leader. He is so pivotal to that Slavia side. He is such a leader from the back, just commands the team. Jan Borrell might be the captain, but he's one of the most vocal players, Kolar. And so he's a huge miss, but a big opportunity for Wagner to think it. He's already made one save. He came out, collected it. But like I said, you're going to see some overreactions to probably the most simple football saves with Wagner. 1-0 as it stands. Rangers obviously down 10 men. Roof being sent off, but and let's just say sorry, but meaning beautiful to be a United fan right now. Right now, I mean, it seems like you're dominating the game, isn't it, KD?
Yeah, we're enjoying a nice little spell of possession here right now. I mean, there's still 23 minutes plus added time left. There's still a lot of time left in this game, and I mean, my nails couldn't be shorter if I tried.
And not long left. I'm about to say not long left. 20 minutes left, really.
It's a long time. It's a long time in a game of football. Anything
a game to chase like that. Exactly. I mean, it's gonna. I'm just to see what Rangers have changed to now. With obviously, the sending off to Roof. I just think they're just playing with two midfielders. That's also. I'm about to say, is it a huge risk because you're losing a player, but it just means that one less in midfield. You've still got your attack. You've still got your wingers. Well won at the back by Borrell. Plays it through to Seamer, who gets past one. Seamer gets past another player. The ball through to Kutka, who's then fouled from behind by Balogun. Obviously already on a yellow. Risky challenge there from Balogun. And kind of said, where do you guys see Donnarumma next? Or will he stay at AC Milan for a few more years? He's a brilliant keeper.
I think Donnarumma, unless he goes to one of the big teams, I'm just going to stop because AC Milan are coming forward with Calhanoglu on the right-hand side. Whips the ball in low. Kessie's a brilliant tackle. Victor Lindelof. The AC Milan players are screaming for a handball. Man United play it out well and Pogba away. I mean, they've got a 4-on-4 here, Manchester United, if they can be quick about it. Fernandes on the left-hand side. Still going Fernandes. Back to Pogba. You have to slide in and lose the ball.
I think he was offside, never mind.
As I was saying with Donnarumma, I think AC Milan, they've got a little bit of a project going on right now. They've got a lot of young players. I mean, he is included in those young players, but he's one of the most experienced young players you'll ever see. He's played for so long, been a first-team goalkeeper for so long, doesn't really make that many mistakes. He's such a fantastic goalkeeper, and I mean, he would fit perfectly in any side, I think, but I think he'll probably see this Milan project out and maybe move in 3 or 4 years, probably. I'm not sure.
Yes, I think he's sorted with how Milan do. Milan, good ball over the top. Great ball over the top. He's been fouled there outside the box. It's not being given. It's actually a great challenge by Patterson. I think I need to re-see this. But I think that's an amazing challenge by Patterson. I don't know who is in behind, but now Rangers are coming. It's a Rebo in the midfield. Plays it through to Morelos. Great challenge. But I think that was Mastropost. It was.
Honestly, give me a UEL Victor Lindelof. He's been fucking amazing tonight.
By the way, Leslie and Ian, are you in the UCL tournament? Obviously, you don't know what the UCL tournament is. We did I think it was last year or earlier on this year. It was last year, yeah, with the Euros, virtual Euros. Josh doing it again, but with the Champions League. All we need is your name. You can win a prize. You can win a free £10 gift card or cash or something. All you have to do is register yourself. You take charge of a team, but it's all simulation. You don't need a console or anything. Let us know if you want to be involved in that. Just put in chat. But I think that's an incredible challenge by Patterson, by the way. They haven't really shown it, but I don't know who is in behind.
Oh, Daniel James, well done to get away from Theo Hernandez. Blazing up the right-hand side right now. Theo Hernandez does well to recover the challenge, though, and win the ball back. Fair play, Theo Hernandez. I mean, that's two absolute speed machines going at it. Ibrahimovic is in behind, and Dean Henderson has to head it away, but Ibrahimovic is offside. That rule is so clapped with having to wait.
Just ruins it, doesn't it? By the way, I think it was Hollish who, not one-on-one, but it's a great ball over the top, and Hollish just chases it. So it goes out for a Bargesl's ball. But yeah, Hollish chases it. He takes it past one, and then Patterson, I thought he fouls Hollish. I really does, because he comes across. But you see the ball just come out the other end. He gets the ball first. It's an incredible recovery challenge from Patterson. But if someone had started tuning into this game now, you would think Slavia were the team with the red card in terms of if you didn't see that. If Rangers are actually playing, obviously they have to go for it, which does put them at risk of the counter, but Rangers are playing really nice football right now as Kamara does foul Provod in the midfield. So, again, another player on a yellow card who could ruin. I think the problem is...
Ball back to Hernandez, Calhanoglu, right-hand side of the penalty area. Puts him with his left foot, headed by Kessie, goes wide.
Oh! Sorry, another player's gone down injured for Slavia this time. Well, this game might have gone bad to worse for Rangers. It's a second yellow. I was just about to say, it's a second yellow for Balogun. It was outside the box. I don't know who it was. And Balogun stamps in. The player goes down immediately. Ref lets it play. And I think VAR's told him, you've got to give a second yellow. But it's a second yellow for Balogun. It's a second red for Rangers. I'm seeing it now. In fairness, he just loses his head. It was Mazepust. Balogun, he takes ball's played back to him. He takes an awful first touch and loses it. And he goes to win it back, but he knows he's lost it and he just stabs in. Mazepust is there. And Balogun is that's going to be a second red for Rangers. And Gerrard now has got all the work to do now as Rangers.
Oh, that is fantastic football. Sorry, Rowan. Daniel James up against Fikayo Tomori. Fikayo Tomori's done fantastically well again. And he wins the goal kick for his side. But gone from bad to worse for Rangers, as you said. It's very hard for him now.
I said they've lost the man in midfield, but I said it was okay because you've still got your team. You've lost the centre half here as well. And I was just about to say that it was so risky with Balogun and Kamara on the yellow card. By the way, it's a free kick from a nice little position. It's Nico Stanchu who's going to hit it. Stanchu hits it! What a free kick from Nikolai Stanchu! He's put Slavia Prague 2-0 up. And I said he was the man to watch out. And what a free kick by Stanchu! McGregor, I don't know what McGregor is thinking. He stood so far left, he leaves the space out. I think he's trying to bait Stanchu in. And that is an amazing free kick from Nikolai Stanchu. And I tell you what, it's a really nice team goal. I think Provod is standing over it with him. And he points to a player to tell him to move. I think Morelos and Kent are looking away from that.
What a save.
Opportunity.
What a save by Dean Henderson. It's a fantastic ball in. I think it's Calhanoglu. Ibrahimovic rises above Luke Shaw, gets header on goal. Dean Henderson fists it up into the sky. What a save. But Slavia Prague, Rowan, look like they're going through.
Stanchu, I noted before, if you go on the sports-corner.com, I said that Nikolai Stanchu is that man. He's so pivotal to the team. And I said, look out for the free kicks. He scored a stunner in one of the league games, I think 2 league games ago. He's just done it there again. And McGregor, I think, could do a lot better. He tries to, I think he's trying to bait Stanchu to go for it. But then Stanchu does it and he puts it in. And that's all Balogun's fault. He gets himself sent off. And now Kamara is going to have to sit in defence. And I don't think Rangers have got subs. They've got subs. Obviously, they've only used one, and that was Roof. And Roof got sent off. Patterson cuts on his right. Rangers now need 3. They now need 3 goals. And Patterson's limping here. Bit of a poor pass in the back. Kudela will get it out. Through to Ba. By the way, I think if he's going to be a man of the match, he would probably go to Stanchu for the free kick. But they might not give him because he's recently had an inform. It's in the midfield, though, to Jan Borrell, who's pushed up. He's got Seamer on his left. Rangers don't have any men back. Seamer will slow it down. Back outside to Borrell. We'll find Seamer on the wing. Still Abdallah Seamer. Slavia could get 30 and they'll just slow it down. And Cal just says, Rangers are useless. Slavia well in the driver's seat. Now, game over that. Well done, Slavia. And then Tubbs, whoa, what a save by Hender. Yeah, I sort of cut you off because everything was going on, but
it's fine, mate. I mean, when there's a goal or a red card, it's a bit more important than me saying what a save by Dean Hender. But I mean, for you especially, Slavia Prague, quarterfinals.
It is, and everyone said they were going to. It was a tough game. It was a tough game against Leicester, and it's another counter attack. Great ball onto the wing now, and you know what? Slavia, obviously, I know Rangers are men down, but they're playing this so well. It was a lovely run. They could have gone and played it through. They just immediately take it to the corner, turn around and just go all the way back to the defence. But yeah, good game. As it stands, both of our teams are going through, KD.
Oh, Wan-Bissaka, fantastic. Just took 2 people out with one little movement of his body. Ibrahimovic and Brahim Diaz, who's come on as a sub for Krunic. Lovely turn in the middle by Pogba. Man United have got a little bit of attack going. It gets away from Dalot, still going. Paul Pogba, edge of the area. He's been tackled. But it's going to be a pullback for a free kick about 5 yards or so earlier, further down the pitch. Because, I mean, Paul Pogba's so hard to get off the ball just because he's so strong. And yeah, Diego Dalot, of course, probably a little bit salty that he's not playing for Man United this year. Takes him down and receives the yellow card.
Ball outside the box, still on the I'm about to say it'll be a strange situation for Dalot, just because you're playing against your other team and you're currently losing, and it's one of them things like because is it a 1-year loan? Will he be back next season?
Yeah, he's coming back next season.
He's going to be
I like Diego Dalot.
He'll be a good back. Who's your back
from here? Is he?
Go on.
He's about 40 yards out, Bruno. There's no way he's shooting from here. He is. He's gone for it, and Donnarumma saved it.
I mean, Tubbs did ask a question. He was obviously Donnarumma. He said, to the United supporters, obviously, KD, you are that one. Hendo or De Gea?
I feel like I get answered this question every week. I think I answered it last week.
Did you?
I think so. I have full confidence in both of them because they're both very good goalkeepers. I don't mind who's in that.
There's a reason why Henderson is being looked at by Dortmund, Leipzig,
yeah.
And I think one more early league.
Oh, Theo Hernandez in behind. He pulls it across. It's not a good crossing, and Man United, inadvertently get it back. But it was a great ball. It was a great chance for AC Milan down the left-hand side. It was a fantastic ball. But there's a lot of room in the middle of the pitch for Fred to run into. Not really much room to pass it to. It's a fantastic pass out to Fernandez. Right-hand side of the pitch for Man United. Going to have to go back to Pogba outside the area. 13 minutes left plus added time. McTominay, right wing. Puts a fizzes one across the box, but it's going to be collected by Donnarumma.
We had a sub in our game. Sorry, it was for Rangers. They finally did make a change. It was Patterson who came off and Simpson who came on. So Patterson, tell you what, the young defender has had a good 2 legs. It's going to be an opportunity for Rangers. A free kick comes in. Great hands from Wagner, and he will just hold that ball for the dear life of him. The thing is, as soon as he's come on. Hasn't really been tested. I'll be honest, he hasn't. But he's done all that he needs to do. And I genuinely do feel sorry because I think Kieran might just be playing FIFA now because his game's so dead. I think Josh might just be watching, I don't know, the back ends of Switzerland, like championship football or something. Because I genuinely think both of their games are dead and buried. I mean, I'll bring Josh in. Josh, if you're all right to come in.
Yeah,
anything major?
No, it's one of those situations now. Yeah, I've got him pajamas. Honestly, I was thinking of bringing out the pillow and everything. It's one of those games where because Kiev haven't got anything to play for, it's dead and buried. I mean, they've had 1 or 2 extra chances. Literally, someone's just gone for the bicycle kick. It's just gone into the goalkeeper's hands and it's offside anyway. But they've had 1 or 2 opportunities at best. But Kiev, at the end of the day, they know they're going out of the competition. Villarreal going through and. To be honest, they didn't really have to push in this game, Villarreal. They've taken a lot of the big players off, brought on a few youngsters now as well. So fair play to them. They're through to the next round, and I'm looking forward to seeing how they do in the next round.
Thank you, Josh. I will go to KL just because I feel like his game is even worse. And the River Hogs. It's not even the River Hogs anymore. He's abandoned the River Hogs. Whatever his new team, I can't remember. But Carl's talked about the Manchester United goalkeeper situation. De Gea for me, yes, he's been inconsistent a few times, but still trust him. I would have sent Henderson on loan.
Yeah, but then we'd have Lee Grant as our backup keeper.
It's Lee Grant. Kushka's in behind here. He's got Seema on the overlap. Kushka plays it in. Oh, okay. By the way, Kushka finds himself in behind, tries to square across, not much on it. Kamara comes to clear it out. And nearly puts it in the back of his own net, puts it out for a corner.
Ibrahimovic has been offside 5 times since he's come on. He's been on the pitch for about maybe 15, 20 minutes. He's been offside 5 times.
Jesus. By the way, this should be 3-0 to Slavia just because of the ball came in and it just wasn't any from Kush. I think Kush should have gone for it himself. There were 2 Rangers there. Kamara put out from corner. The Rangers are going to try go for it now. They're going to make 3 changes. Sancho will whip this corner in. I kind of like to see if this goes in, see if Jared will have to change anything. Also, in these 3 goals, I'm sure Rangers can do it. I'm sure they can. Sancho puts a long high ball in, goes to the back post. Mazepus lays it off, and it's been blazed over the crossbar. I think that's by Bar. It is by Bar.
What a tackle, Victor, again.
And Carl's just said, I feel bad for Romero. Why hold on to him when United don't play him? He's done so much for United, deserves respect, should be allowed to go. He did eventually leave, didn't he?
No, he's still there.
Is he still there? I thought he'd gone to like Argentina or something.
No, he's still
there. I was thinking about Rojo. Jesus. I don't understand. I understand because I think Henderson's a good goalkeeper, but if you're United, do you not cash in on Henderson because he can be your starter? Is he young? But if a lot of clubs are interested in him, do you... What I'm basically saying is, would you want De Gea for the next 3 seasons, 2 seasons? Or would you rather...
Having 2 good goalkeepers is not a problem. You've
got Romero and De Gea.
Yes, but Romero's towards the back end of his career. And if Dean Henderson wasn't going to get played this year, they would have sold him. They would have sent him out on loan already. I think the problem is that people just see it as a competition. I mean, having 2 good goalkeepers is not bad.
Oh, 100%.
You've seen Dean Henderson this season's kept so many clean sheets when he's been played. And David De Gea is just David De Gea. I mean, yeah, he's been a little bit inconsistent at times, but it's David De Gea at the end of the day. There's been far more times where he saved us than let us down.
Yeah. I like David De Gea. I think Hendo's great as well. You've got 2 great goalkeepers. And like you said, you can think, we'll just say Ale Slavia. Ale indeed. There were a couple of changes from 4 Rangers. Itten, Zungu and Wright have all come on, and Morelos, Davies and Kent have all come off. I do feel real sorry for Connor Goldson. Even when they were 1-0 down, he had such a strong game, and Balogun has basically thrown him in the mud, is how I'm going to say it, because he's there. He's basically trying to defend by himself. Yes, he's got Kamara there. Kamara's not a natural centre-half. But he's just there screaming to his players, just come across and cover. But Slavia's not toying with it, but they can really take as long as they want. Rangers are down 9 men. Like, there's so much open space. Rangers they've finally got 4 at the back, which is nice. And it's going to be, I don't know who's up front, but whoever's up front, is it Itten? Yeah, Itten is up front by himself. So they are playing a 4-3-1. So with them 2, they have actually got a defensive structure now, but it just isn't. Kamara has pushed forward, so they have got an actual defenders on the pitch, but Slavia are just using this. There's so much space open. I think this game is... I'm not going to say it's over because I don't want to jinx it, but it's definitely... If Rangers do a miraculous comeback, fair play to them. I mean, the ball's been won back by them, and it's also been lost by him. Seamer's won it, and it goes out for a throw by Kamara. I mean, your game is still the most...
Donnarumma safe hands again, but it was another one of them whipped balls fizzed across, looking for him to parry it. But, I mean, there's a chance for AC Milan down the left-hand side. The space voided by Wan-Bissaka. It's Hernandez to the edge to Brahim Diaz. Looks for the return. It's a brilliant sliding tackle by Scott McTominay, and it goes back into the hands of Dean Henderson.
It seems like United have had a strong game defensively. I mean, your game is by no means 5 minutes left, but the worst thing is you haven't been able to score, and which is the annoying thing because I feel like you do deserve it. But
yeah, second goal really goal. This match. But there's going to be a yellow card, I think, for Simon Kier for the tackle.
I genuinely think this might. Is this a second? Is this a 3rd red? I don't think it is. I think it's going to be. It's a yellow card. I think that's Zungu, who just starts in on Jan Borrell. Yeah, just goes in to the side of Borrell. Easy yellow card. It was a Rebo, sorry. And yeah, just frustration from Rangers. Rebo. Again, Rangers were the better side. I will admit it. 1-0, they were better side. Borrell's gone down injured. Obviously, one thing I do hope is that Andre Kolar is okay. It wasn't a nice injury. But you know what? Well done, Matthias Wagner. He'll probably be starting the next couple of games, Slavia, depending on the injury to Kolar. And there's going to be a sub Slavia where Andre Linger is warming up, so I think Abdallah Sima might come off here, or maybe Nikolai Stanchu when Linger plays.
Now, Fred stayed down, and he's been down for about 2 minutes now. That tackle from Simon Kier seems to have really winded him or something, but he stayed down. The medics are on, and I hope he's not injured as well, because that'd be another massive miss.
That's He's
now sat up. So
not luckily, but you've got midfielders at least.
We've just had a lot of them we only had 3 fit midfielders for a time. We had Matic, Fred, and Bruno Fernandes. I think he'll be all right.
Oh, this could be even worse from Rangers. I just don't know who it was. It was Zungu. It's all right, but someone crops Kuchta, and then they go to kick the ball again, but they just kick Kuchta. I'm seeing it here. It was a combination of Goldson and Zungu, and then Goldson goes to kick the ball and just kicks Kuchta on the floor. And Rangers are frustrated here. So Slavia confronted them. It was Thomas Holesh who's got. I know it's actually Kudela and Kamara. Rangers have lost their heads here. I like this. Slavia not risking it, and now Rangers are running over to Kudela. Everyone's surrounding Kudela and everyone. I genuinely think tell you what, the Slavia team are doing a good job here in terms of just keeping Kudela away and not getting involved in these fights. Connor Golson wants to fight someone, it genuinely looks like. Steamer is trying to talk to him. Kamara's trying to get involved. Provod's having to push him away. The worst thing is I don't like this from Rangers. They've clearly lost the game and now they're just trying to get Slavia yellow cards.
I'm not sure what's going on with AC Milan at the moment, but Daniel James has just ran past 2 of them, straight through the middle of 2 of them. He's been all right tonight, Daniel James. I'm not going to lie. Probably a 7 out of 10 for him, to be honest.
Right. So there's going to be a yellow card for Connor Goldson. I think. Wait, hold up. Referee screaming at the players. He's just screamed for Nico Stanchu to walk away. Tell you what, this is great officiating from him.
James whips one in. Pogba's there! Onto the top of the crossbar, to the top of the net, and it's headed over. But a great cross by Daniel James. Pogba, dangerous in the air with his height, and that second goal was looming large there. Just got above Dalot. Dalot had absolutely no chance. Heads it over the bar.
Oh. So what started this was when Kuchta were on the floor, Kudela went up to Kamara and whispered something in his ear, but he blocks up so you can't lip read what he said. Kamara wasn't happy. Golson not happy. So I think Kudela also has been yellow carded in this. I don't know whether he says something racist here because Kamara is not happy. A lot of the players are not happy here. I think something bad has been said here from Kudela. Obviously, we can't speculate, but all the players going at it again. Stanchu and Golson are just having a chat here. Stanchu's just going to go off. Stanchu is being subbed off for Andre Linga. And Stanchu's going to shake hands with Kamara. Without full time in Josh's game, our games are still going. Josh, mate, good game. Great game.
Do you know what? It was one of those where at the end of the day, the tie was pretty much done from the first leg. I think there wasn't really many people, maybe apart from a few KF fans out there who maybe expected a little surprise on the hands. But as I said, Villarreal never really had to go out there and dominate the game. Kiev expected to bow out of the competition, and they have. And as I said before, look, you've got to give them credit. They started off in the preliminary stages of the Champions League, and we're still in this competition, nearly towards the end of March, beginning of April. So fair play to them. But Villarreal in the end, good performance tonight. Another 2 goals for Gerard Moreno, which means he scored.
He's unstoppable.
Yeah, he's been on unstoppable form recently for them, and they go through to the next round. And I'm interested to see what they do in the next round, because if they get somebody decent, they could be quite enjoyable to watch. And I'm still going to stick with them as one of the favourites to win it.
Well, thank you very much, Josh. We'll come to you at the end, but thank you very much. Go have a quick kip if you want, because this game's got 7 minutes at a time, so we're going to be here for a bit longer. Thank you very much, Josh. And obviously, we'll bring Kieran when his game.
5 minutes of added time. Where the fuck's that come from?
Wow. Winter says, wow, looks like United moves on and sad that Zlatan, aka Football God, is defeated.
I mean, there's 5 minutes of added time. We conceded in added time last time. A lot of times in there.
Sitting.
Box by Dalot and Henderson.
Defended.
Good catch there by Dean Henderson.
But we both just had a good defensive there. That was Jan Bro. Sadly, I haven't been called into question, but I definitely think after this game we will see claims possibly from Rangers. I think we probably get an internal investigation because Kamara was not happy. And it's not like You know what I'm insinuating. It's not like Cadella's gone on and laughed at him, saying anything. He clearly covered his mouth so no one could catch it. He said it to Kamara. I'm not speculating anything, but it's just a very interesting situation. Corner comes in. Dele clears. Barisic whips it in, and it comes off Barisic, and it goes Slavia throwing. I still, because if Cadella got yellow carded, I don't know if he does miss the game. I'm just looking now.
Oh, Dean Henderson, fantastic again.
Seems like he's really kept you in the game today, Kieran.
He's played really well, to be fair to him, with the little opportunities that AC Milan have got. They're absolutely pounding the Man United goal right now. And he collects the ball again and dives on top of it. 3.5 minutes. And Manchester United are going through to the quarterfinals, but still 3.5 minutes left, and I've got Itty Shars.
Itty Shars, I mean, this stream's going to go for much longer if Milan equalise. Obviously, for your sakes, I hope not. Ball on the wing to Abdallah Sima.
Well, there might be a second for Man United. Luke Shaw tries a ball across, and it's going to be headed out and for a throw-in by Diego Dallo. But Pogba was free as a bird if the ball got past Dallo there in the box.
Kamara does kick it. By the way, Maged Karaki's out for a Slavia corner. I'm trying to think. So, if there's not, I think the defence partnership, the next tie alternative with Cadell suspended would be Zima and Dele. So, there is a lot of rotation, but I think we would expect Dele and Zima to start playing in the league before that next fixture. So, the draw is tomorrow at 11 o'clock. So, that's Champions League and then the Europa. So, don't forget to join us for that. We'll have the A-League watch-along at 8:05 in the morning. That is it, obviously. That is the first watch-along. Corner comes in, headed away. We'll go back out to the wing. But yeah, don't forget to tune in on Friday. We'll have the old firm derby on Sunday as well. We're doing a watch along for that.
Oh.
But if you just go to @_top corner on Twitter, you'll be able to see when we're going to go live on the channel, what watch alongs we're doing. So don't forget, follow us on there.
AC Milan have got a free kick about 35 yards out. It's going to be a yellow card for someone in there. I'm not quite sure who it's going to.
Obviously, don't forget to go to the website, sports-con.com.
Luke Shaw, I think, has got the yellow card, but it's a decent chance. 2 minutes left on the clock. Maybe some more added on for the stoppage for this free kick. It's a decent chance for Milan to get the ball in the box. Calhanoglu's going to take it.
Last chance for AC Milan.
It's come for everybody. It's cleared away, and I don't think that Tomori could keep it in and stop it from going for a goal kick. He can't. It is a goal kick.
Unlucky there.
I think he was offside anyway, but he got. I think he fell over in the box. He's claiming for a penalty.
Jesus.
Now. No.
Jesus Christ.
What's happening?
Andre Kolar has just come back out. He's bandaged all over his thing. He looks absolutely dazed. I'm very surprised that he's come back out, but also he looks done for. But we're bringing Kieran. His game's done. Ajax Young Boys. It was done from kickoff. Young Boys had a little bit of hope when that one goal went in, but it was disallowed. Kieran, sum it up for us.
No, it wasn't hope. It was a consolation, and still they got robbed of that, which I'll be honest, I'm still arguing that it should have classed because it wasn't. You know, just to be honest, though, it's one of them where Ajax are the more prestigious side in Europe. They're the more experienced side in Europe. And, you know, Ten Hag's been through it all before, as have a few of the players. And it just looked like they were never going to be in any sort of question during this tie. And they're an exciting team to go through, to be honest with you.
Exactly. They're a great side, and I think it's one. Sorry, KD. It's one side that we're going to look forward to seeing. But thank you very much, Kay. We'll come back to it at the end, obviously. Thank you. I do feel sorry for Josh and Kieran. We've had good games. I mean, you've had an entertaining, 1-0 win.
Well, I said to you, that I couldn't give a fuck if it was the most boring game when Man United got through. They've got a free kick, Man United, on the right-hand side, just about 5 yards later to the right of the corner flag. Scott McTominay ran past a few players going towards the corner flag. I think there's about 20 seconds left. There's 7 seconds left. And I mean, maybe there might be some more added on for the stoppages in play that we had a few times about the free kick. And this free kick, of course, is not being taken yet. But I think Pogba's just going to hold it in the corner flag. And yeah, that's going to go out for a throw into Man United. And there's no rush to take this. But I think, barring an absolutely monumental fuck-up in the last couple of seconds, Man United are going to be in the quarterfinals of the Europa League.
Fingers crossed. Hopefully the whistle blows perfectly on time. By the way, Rangers, since they've gone to 9 men, fair play to them. They have stopped Slavia from scoring. There's been plenty of opportunities, but they've just been resilient. There's been plenty of corners that they've got. Ball play back to McGregor. It's poor first touch, but does well to get it back to Bolton.
It is over. Man United have won 1-0.
Well done to Manchester United. Well done.
Yeah, a very, very professional performance from this side that's conceded so many late goals tonight. They were fantastic in the second half, of course. AC Milan just didn't look at the races, to be honest. They didn't really come out of the traps hot like they did last week. And, of course, they probably deserved to win the game last week away from home. But at home tonight, not very good in front of goal. And, I mean, Man United took advantage of that. Paul Pogba off the bench. They look a different team with him on the pitch, I'm not going to lie. But fantastic.
He's sometimes been the biggest difference maker for your side, and I'm glad you've gone through. By the way, my game, 1 second left. There's going to be a free kick. I think the one fault with this game is all the English tabloids and the thingy will look at the interaction between Kamara and Cordella. They won't look at that Slavia at 1-0. They did what they said they were going to do. They held back. They got the second goal from an amazing Nico Stancher free kick. The whistle is gone. Slavia Prague are through 2-0 against Rangers. 9-men Rangers, but Slavia, they were already winning 1-0. They were already through. The other goal just put the icing on the cake. But the Europa League's done. The round of 16 is done.
It was beautiful to see. Ibrahimovic just talking to all the Man United players, of course. He used to play for Man United a few years ago.
I don't know the majority of them, really, innit?
Pogba's swapped shirts with him. He's talking to all the staff and all the coaches and stuff. There's just been a little bit of an embrace between him and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer.
Yeah.
Absolute legend of the game.
Shame to see him go out. I mean, because the Man United through, yes, bring on Slavia Prague, we can beat them.
Fingers crossed, Rowan, because we would be in the same room for that game and it would be fantastic to watch for both of us.
It would be a great game, but we'll bring Josh and Kieran in. Hello, guys.
How are we doing?
Kieran, I know I tried to hold up on adding Kieran. I knew he was doing something. So Josh's game, around 2-0 over Dynamo Kiev. Boring game. KL, 2-0 to Ajax over Young Boys. Boring game. Kate, talk us through your game stuff so I haven't talked to us.
Yeah, I mean, the first half was a little bit of a snore fest, to be honest. Both teams just desperate not to concede the first goal, which is probably expected from a 1-1 draw first leg. Change at half-time, Paul Pogba come on for Rashford. Fingers crossed Rashford's not injured, but Man United win the game 1-0, Paul Pogba with a goal. And like I said, they just look like a different team with him on the pitch. He's such a unique player. And that's exactly what Man United need, and is the difference between the two sides on the night, and is the difference between Man United going through and not going through.
Yeah, well done to Manchester United. They held on. What a super stuff from Paul Pogba. If I did look, I wasn't listening. Gerard talked to Dele, and then he was talking to the Slavia Prague manager, Toposka. Definitely insinuating something. Definitely saying something. And unfortunately, I think the English tabloids will look at that and won't take away that Slavia Prague just knocked out the Scottish League champions Rangers. Great performance from the side. Pierre Oleinka got the first goal. Oh, I love him. He was the reason they threw. Stanchu with a stunner free kick puts the icing on the cake, as I said. Two red cards. And we're seeing it again this time. Thomas Souček is on the phone with the side. I think it's always a Soufal possible, but well done. Hope Andre Kolar is okay. Well done to Wagner, the youngster, to coming in and just doing a job. But thank you to everyone that joined us. Thank you to Katie for co-hosting with me today. Thank you to Josh and Kel for joining us. They might have had boring games, but it was the Europa League. You can't complain at the Europa League. So don't forget, tomorrow morning at 8:05, it's Western Sydney Wanderers versus Perth Glory, some more A-League action. Wanderers coming off that emphatic 4-3 victory. Then at 11 o'clock up in the Champions League draw, and then straight after that, it will be the Europa League draw, so we can see where United and Slavia get, we can see who Dortmund get, we can see who all of our sides that we've grown to love in these European competitions get. Old Firm Derby will be on Sunday. Don't forget to check out the Twitter at @the_top corner, the website, thesports-corner.com.
Don't forget to watch the Schalke versus Gladbach game on Saturday.
Okay, thank you very much. I didn't know that was happening. Thank you for watching Schalke, Gladbach. Schalke bottom of the table, but Gladbach not running the best form. Could be a very, very interesting game. So for KL's sake, I hope that
it's the worst form.
I don't want to. For KL's sake, I do hope Gladbach win that. But thank you very, very much for everyone joining us. Thank you, Katie, for hosting, as I said. Thank you, Josh, Kieran, joining us. And I'll see you tomorrow morning. We'll all see you for that Europa League and Champions League draw at 11. Bye-bye.